Testing. Huh. Whatever. I had to test that out later on. But anyway, what's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video. This is another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men, where we talk about basically the barbershop of the manosphere, whatever. Basically, this is kind of like a Mr. Fantastic overflow. And pretty much we're just going to have an open panel. You know, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Houston Rockets. Again, I don't know why fucking anybody thinks D'Antoni will make a good coach. I don't get why D'Antoni's a fucking coach and Mark Jackson isn't. Well, I do understand this because Mark Jackson's an asshole, but yeah, man. God, my shit is garbage right now. Yeah, I gotta start driving. Anyway, so shout out to AM1, man. What is up, AM1, man? You know, I ain't gonna do like a real monologue this time around. We're gonna talk about a couple of things, top some things up. I know it's been a minute, so if you want to definitely drop the link. You know, obviously, I ain't gonna lie, the link might not be for everybody, so don't get triggered. Let's see. So here's a link for y'all, particularly AM1. If you want to hop up, chop it up, you know, Light Skin Coalition. You know, motherfuckers don't need to get triggered there. Cam up for anybody you want to. Anyway. So I take care of some stuff on this computer, have a conversation with y'all. It stands for Everybody Hates Black Men. If I put Everybody Hates Black Men in the title, they'll flag my shit. YouTube has done that a couple of times. Are you serious? So anyway, let's get right into brass tacks. So let's see. So let's start with what just happened. You know, I was shout out to the NBA bubble. You know, Houston just got defeated, so now it will be pretty much LA versus LA Lakers versus LA Clippers. So I'm interested to see what goes down with that. I am personally rooting for Jimmy Butler. I'm rooting for Jimmy Butler to do very well. Um, and get as far as he can get. I want to see Jimmy Butler get into the finals. That's who. So generally, that's putting me on the side of the Heat, which I can't believe that shit. Appreciate the super chat, Blackfoot. So the NBA is one thing. So if y'all definitely drop your suggestions if y'all want something me to talk about something in general. You need to get me a submissive wife. Like, truth is, I know it. Why would you say that? Pop on. Why would you say that? I'm curious. I look cute cammed up. That's funny. I appreciate that, Melody. I'm looking at what's up, Sam. I am. Appreciate that, NBA fan. All right. So let's jump into. You know, I didn't really have a topic today. I wanted to have an open panel. So this is going to be a little bit more interactive. Yeah, I'm laughing. You know, I don't look at. Now I think about it. I only got a few light skinned dudes that are, like, so it ain't even like that. But people appreciate the super chat. Sam, I am appreciate the super chat fast enough. Definitely appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to give y'all a good show. Oh, shut up, truth is I know. You know, good one ain't no buttermilk says. Appreciate that, Melody. So anyway, let's all right, let's jump right into it. So topic. So I talked earlier today about game and how do black men have an unhealthy relationship with game. So on the flip side of that, what I want to talk about is something a little bit more productive, but still relative to that. So why do I don't like game to be used as a euphemism for everything? Well, here's the thing. You know, everybody, I like specificity. I like things to be specific, or at least more specific that you can wrap your mind around it. So, when we look at like what I know what I'm kind of want to talk about now. So when you look at what black men should aim for, and this is one reason why I want to have you up here, and one, because it's you definitely are successful. Shout out to Nameless Protagonist. Yeah, Ty City. So anybody can hop up, everything. I'm not gonna do my initial monologue. Y'all should have a link. The link should be there. Here it again. But one of the things that I think black men kind of lack is a group. But even black men, if you start segmenting out, it's kind of like a life plan. And when I say a life plan, I'm not saying plan your life out, because men play and God laughs. But what I'm saying is folks should have like an outline. Folks should have an idea of certain things that they want to aim for, they want to look at, pursuing. And what I find is a lot of times black men don't have a fucking clue until they get to 30. And by then it's like 10 years have always been missing. So the goal here, when I talk in the manosphere, the goal here is to really, I focus this channel more on awareness and if anything. So it's not so much telling people how to pursue a good quality of life. It's more like being aware of some of the things that kind of can inhibit it. And with black men, it does come back to women. And this is not it's thing to blame women, but it's your relationship with women that really becomes a problem. This is what leads to tricking. This is what leads to fucking up with your time. You got black men who will waste an entire fucking decade basically tricking on, fucking off. And then by the time they wake up and they become in their 30s, this is assuming these dudes don't get hemmed up with kids or anything like that, which can actually take a lot longer. Obviously, you can come back through that, but that depends on who you fucking with. They can fuck your life up. It just depends. I'm sorry. A lot of what fucks niggas up has to do with a bitch. And I'm not even talking about blaming women this case. It's our relationship with how we go after bitches and deal with bitches towards our quality of life is like a very big inhibitor. This is why I focus on the words. Anyway, what's up, Ty City?
Man, what's up, bro?
Not much. It's been a minute since you hopped on here.
Yeah, man. I was listening to what you were saying the other day. I chopped it up with Angry Man this morning and some other people about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on out there. And bro, I was listening to Jason Black not too long ago.
Yeah, and, Jason Black been wilding out a little bit.
Bro, he only wanted women to call in today.
What's up, Game Changer?
You hear me?
Yeah, he only wanted women to call in. So he just did the on the business. I saw he had a channel. He was talking about respect, like fake respect.
Yo, this dude is like, yo.
What's up, Donnie?
Dudes ain't got no shame, bro. I was like, damn, this dude just finna steal this man's shit or what?
What? Oh, who you talking about stealing what?
Bro, he was going in on women only. Like, he only wanted women to call in so he could go in on them, bro.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. And this is why I'm kind of not being diplomatic, but I am being diplomatic about it. Facts are facts, and I'm not saying everybody has to eject my opinion, but I'm loyal to the objective truth. And I may not say everything, but when I do say something, I'm going to be loyal to objective truth. First of all, too, good job on the camera work and stuff. You got a real good, visual aesthetic going on with, your videos and stuff. So I did want to give you credit for that, because people don't understand putting that shit together to you come off looking a certain type of way, like the way you want to look. It's not hard, but it's definitely harder than it looks. It's not just a matter of turning some shit on and making that shit work. So between you, I like Bernard too, but I'd say you got your stuff a little bit more tuned up than even Bernard has. So I did want to throw that out there. I didn't notice that.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. And so that's definitely great. I hear DJ Kudo on his sound and shit. Sometimes he go a little bit too hard about it, but I definitely want to appreciate people that do that, because Lord knows I'm too lazy to do that shit. Oh shit. Even Jason Black, because he did a video talk about Kevin, and he was more diplomatic about this one, but I guess because Kevin is clearly talking to black people, particularly black women, so he can't like just racialize it with that. And he praised the aesthetic. Jason generally has really good audio, but he's not putting himself on camera. He's pretty much like Jessica X on that shit. Like that, he'll die before he does that. And that's not I'm just saying, he's very serious about not doing that.
Yeah.
But to speak to what you were saying first, he's done that before. I mean, Jason, people don't understand. A lot of folks that are quote unquote in the black manosphere, if you can deal with Jason Black's like the way he communicates shit, I kind of think of him as like a football coach in a way. So I can kind of get past some of the prick shit. A lot of shit that he has said for years has been in lockstep with what black men have said. Like he came up with bastard baby makers. I mean, he's called women like straight up bastard baby makers, whorehouse rules. He be on some Jap shit sometimes when he goes so deep in. So go ahead.
Nah, I was just I was sitting there. Because I've been listening to that one channel, The Business, for a while, right? And it seems like he was trying to get into the manosphere, and then at some point he just wasn't successful, and then he started seeing everybody else take off. But like what I was telling Angry Man them this morning is that he specifically did not name anybody from the black manosphere.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why I was more diplomatic about it. And I'm glad that like black men didn't like jump on that, because look, I like Donovan, but Donovan is not black manosphere. He's made that clear. Donovan is, and I'm not saying for people not to fuck with Donovan, because I like Donovan, but Donovan, and I think Donovan speaks to an aspect that black men need to hear, because he talks about white female fuckery, and I think that's valid. But he said he's not in the manosphere, and
right. On the other side of that is, it's just something that I noticed, right? Just being on social media and whatnot.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't sharing red pill content like that. Niggas don't want their mamas and their aunties and shit to see that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I don't. Like on my main page, my page is reflective of because Edward is my middle name. I have actually two middle names, and Edward is one of them. And I'm not like a secret about my first name's Alan. So that's why when I found out Taz had my same first name, I was like, God help me. But
so the white boys, nigga, they share that shit. That's why whenever people step over there, they numbers just explode, because they have people who already have 100, 500 people on their personal like accounts and shit. They exposing that many people thousands of times over, bro. And it's just because they not scared to share the shit.
What up, BMT?
So to tie this into what Jason Black is doing by naming Donovan and them, it's too late.
Well, yeah. Like, so there's a couple things to unpack. The first thing is, as far as Jason Black and just now getting in the manosphere, Jason Black the manosphere is like a really, really big solar system. And there's certain content creators that I say they kind of have their own orbit. They have their own like stars, in it. And I like to look at the manosphere like a collection of stars. Now, you could say, I usually do the Greek city-state thing, but you have certain like bigger YouTubers that are in the manosphere and a lot of stuff, and then you have like bigger planets that rotate around that. Jason is kind of in his own solar system where there's certain people that follow him that are in the manosphere as well, but he has channels that kind of rotate around him too. Like, for instance, Professor Black Truth is kind of his own thing too, but they tend to be locked up together. Tareen Rain, if you know who that is, he's got a smaller channel, but he's got like more than 10,000 folks, or he's had it, and he's kind of more on that side, although you'll see him pop up kind of like Andre Hatchett pops up. Jason Black has done a series called After Hours, and basically what the business is just After Hours turned into a channel. So he's been doing this for years as far as this type of content. And basically what After Hours is and a business is basically, if you like the kind of game aspect that Jason Black talks about, the life skill aspect, but you don't want to hear the white supremacy talk all the time. It's like, look, if I can hear you without talking about white supremacy, I'd be good. That's really what the business is. Because the business is, he may lump that in there every once in a while, but for the most part, it's Jason Black without constantly talking about white supremacy. And I actually really do think that if I had to pick like dating coaches for people to listen to in the manosphere, my personally preferred one would be Glenn and Cameron that I would have for people. But Jason Black would be like another one too, because I actually think he gives good information. The issue I have,
that's he do that Kung Fu channel.
Who? Yeah, Hustlers Kung Fu. Glendon has a lot of channels. He has Hustlers Kung Fu, Disruptive Mail, Savage Finance, but Hustlers Kung Fu is his biggest channel. Yes,
That's the only one that I know about. I have to check into his other ones.
yeah. I'll put my email in a thing. I'll send you his other links because he's starting to build up more channels because the Hustlers Kung Fu channel got built around his stores auction business. And that's how I got to that level because he's got a lot of white dudes, like a lot of white folks. It's a general audience. And then his Disruptive Male channel is more of his kind of how to, masculine channel, dating channel. Because the dude has a lot of experience. I mean, he's a black man. He's been home.
He a funny looking nigga, man. That's the only thing I was like, man, this is goofy. He just kept popping up because I follow a lot of, brothers on the financial side. He just kept popping up on recommended. I'm like, why does this funny looking nigga keep popping up on my shit? And that's why I was like, man, I'm gonna go check him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, y'all got the same. I mean, it's very little y'all would actually disagree with. I mean, he's a very big proponent of having guns. He's he don't say it all the time, but he puts guns in his thumbnails. He be clowning people like Hotep to be bitching about that. He definitely he fucks I'm not saying you fuck non-black women, but he's been married to a black woman, had kids, but he deals with like white women now. Not he deals with so
kill me with that, man.
No, well, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that. I'm not leaning. I know you deal with both. But what I'm saying is he's not tethered to he's a black man and a proud black man, but he's not tethered to like a lot of the Hotep shit at the expense of his own practicality. And he's a 50-year-old dude, lifted weights, he's fucking these chicks and he's showing receipts. That's one thing about Glendon. Glendon will show receipts on that ass, but he makes his money selling courses. So his courses are like $200, $300. I mean, he gets a lot of, and his YouTube channel is for that. So also I mentioned the camera work that you did. Glendon, I like how Glendon does his thing because he puts himself on camera, not because of that, but he has a good lens. That's how he does stuff. And then he does the live, then answers questions. So, and he's got a lot of good content. He does a lot of experimentation with his YouTube channel too. So if people are trying to get ideas about kind of different ways to do stuff, whether it's thumbnails and stuff like that, you can actually see a lot with how he's done his stuff. But between him and Jason Black, those are actually my two favorites. I mean, me personally. But he's been Nicole, Nicole Michelle?
No.
The level up chick, the light skinned chick with level up, that came through Spirit and people kind of going back and forth a little bit.
I think that was before I got here.
Okay, so yeah, that one of them, they actually came. She used to be on his after hour stuff. So what Jason used to do is he have like 3 women on there and be him talking to them, and he be going back and forth. It wouldn't be like contentious because he knew how to control them, but that's what that was. And I was talking about game, talking about how like he was talking about like a lot of the thought shit, like via Kim Kardashian before OnlyFans ever took off. So he was breaking that stuff down for people, and he's got a lot of good tutorials about how to do microphones, how to do this, how to do that. So his Patreon is definitely good. I just don't like the fact that the way he tries to make the red pill thing about basically black, kind of like black men doing what black women do with white women. Basically, it's on some black feminism intersectionality bullshit, the male version. That's not true. Now,
you talking about Jason Black?
Yeah. He wants to racialize it and be like, and so he's trying to sell this black book kind of ideology. And I'm like, that's fine, but you trying to make it like anybody that does fucks with anything else is on some, he's trying to.
He being disingenuous because it's like he don't know that it's a black sector of it.
And he does. And I know he does because like there's too many people in his orbit. There's a lot of people that's his followers that donated to a lot of his stuff that's in this sector because a lot of people believe in what he's doing. And the thing about Jason is Jason's like the closest thing to a dude that's going to be unapologetically pro-black that talks about white supremacy all the time, but at the same time talks about the gynocracy.
Yeah, like them niggas would jump ship.
Yeah, like you can
literally the black sector, them niggas would jump ship.
You can literally go to BGS Ehbm's channel, go to his channel, click on the search, and then type in Gynocracy. He's got a video of Jason Black railing against Gynocracy for 25 minutes. And it's one of the best explanations of it. And being that he's like pro-black, he's one of the ones that demonstrated Because that's the problem with pro-blacks. Pro-blacks can't get past the gynocracy. It's like if you can't control your bitches, you cannot deal with the white man. I don't understand how you all don't understand that, because that's always going to be like a detonator that they can pull. That's a trump card they can always pull to it's kind of like resetting the matrix. They can always reset the shit. And Jason's been one of few people, and you got to think about it. He's not married. He doesn't have kids. He's like 43 years old. He is a millionaire. Because I've seen a nigga raise $250,000 on online from people. I've seen that. Like, he's done it about 4 times.
Look. Now that I got you right here, one-on-ones, one thing that I've been saying, I haven't gotten any pushback. I said if I was going to get any pushback, if I got any pushback, it will be from you on this. When it comes to the gynocracy, I think that as a grown man, you can opt out.
Opt out of what?
You can opt out of the gynocracy.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I mean, yeah, absolutely agree with that.
I get feminism, the systematic stuff, for all the rest of that shit, but I'm saying, like, in your personal life, no woman can have agency over you if you don't let it.
No, I 100% agree with that. The gynocracy is not a problem it is a problem at the individual level, but that's not really where the source of it lies. The gynocracy is a macro problem, because think about it. You can talk to a black man individual. Think about it. Even dudes that are like loyal to the gynocracy, what will they tell you? No bitch controls me. That's how they'll make it sound like. No dude will out here and readily admit that they cucking for these women. You know, no black dude. But when you start to look at it as a group, or we get into these conversations and you listen to some of the things they say, you can clearly tell the telltale signs. I mean, so like, for instance, let's say you're talking to an individual that's cohabitating with a female, and let's say he's cohabitating with a female on Section 8. So at the end of the day, you know he ain't paying rent. He ain't got to pay. That ain't even on the books. But at the end of the day, not only if that white man wants to move black people out of an area, all they got to do is move the Section 8 vouchers. This is what they do in the inner cities. They'll move them into the suburbs, and it'll be like, it's a come up. I've seen this. It's like a come up, because it's like, oh, you getting in a nicer area, and that area is nice now, but they moving you out in order to move white people in. And then they're going to just move the resources out of that. But guess what? What are the dudes going to do? Well, because the dude is living up under the bitch, even though he may be fucking that bitch, and on the surface, he's got cooperation from that chick. At the end of the day, he's not really leading that chick, because he's following the voucher, which is following the bitch. And this is why a lot of these people are getting moved out with gentrification. Also, a lot of these dudes, these women, when they get mad, they'll start pulling these dudes' whole card, because these dudes are controlling the cars and control stuff. The stuff is in their name and all that. But these will be the same dudes that individually they talk about, ain't no bitch running me, or they think they winning because they think they pimping a chick. It's like false pimping, because it's like you don't really have control over her. She's just doing what's in her best interest, and you happen to be a part of that now. But so it's a collective problem. You have to look at it from a macro standpoint, but individually, you don't have to deal with that. You know, and you don't have, by the way, you don't have to date interracially and not deal with it. You could say, man, if you're in a position where bitches want you more than you want them, you're in a much better position, and they can't pull that shit on you. Or best way to look at a gynocracy is, if you a fit nigga fucking with a fat bitch for room and board, that's like, to me, an image of a gynocracy. But yes, you can opt out. You don't have to participate. I agree. But you have to understand that even if you opt out, you're still dealing with a lot of black men that are not opting out. They may believe they're opting out, but half them niggas are looking for their way to get back in. Because when I got a question. Define to me what you say opt out. What do you really mean when you say opt out? Give me some examples. I'm waiting for you to unmute. Yeah, this open. Women can come up on this panel too. This ain't. I'll have you. I ain't. So, yeah, you're muted. All right. Well, while he gets that stuff under control, I guess he's still.
What'd you say, bro? My bad.
No, I was asking. No, you good. I was asking. So give me some examples of like how black men can opt out. That way we can kind of hash this out a little bit more.
Well,
we know SYSBM is a way of opting out.
Yeah, I know. It's fucked up, but I mean, yeah, the what normal people would call extreme measures is the answer. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing you can do while you're underneath it, right? So it's almost got to be on some damn near strong arm type situation that you have to create for yourself.
My Fit 21 said the gynocracy is where the laws benefit women, though not necessarily. The gynocracy is a little bit deeper than that because but what BGS would say is America in general is going by way of a matriarchy. So that's where America's going. But the difference between a matriarchy and a gynocracy is where the women rule over you. And so you have to look at what are the landmines that you have to step on for a woman to have the ability to pull a grenade on you. So what do we have? You look at Jacob Blake's situation. Jacob Blake got shot, but mainly because his wife called, or his girl called, or baby mama, whatever, called 911 on him. I mentioned that because as soon as she called 911, she recognized the mistake that she made or she fucked up. And then she stopped cooperating with the police. Like, as they were asking her, like, calling her back to ask her, like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. She wouldn't cooperate. And that was the same thing you saw with Megan Thee Stallion, where these women have this back and forth bullshit. So it's telling you is once they shoot that gun, they be wanting to put that back in the trigger. Because so it tells you right now that stuff is built that way because they know how women are going to react if they have the power to do so. So you have to learn to not step on those landmines. So some people will say, well, the problem is dealing with black women in general because they just can't not fire that bullet. That is a logical conclusion. But when you date black women, another thing too is you got to stop dating black women that are always in some shit. Like black women that like to start shit and they like drama, they're addicted to drama. You need to get away from them chicks. Versus me, I deal with more homebody type black women. Just not gonna necessarily they don't like being in shit because they're less likely for that shit like that to happen. Hell, O'Shea just did a video with Bow Wow on how Bow Wow was like, pushing, on his girl and baby mama or whatever. Some niggas like that shit. So you have to understand what the landmines are and then not put yourself in that position. Unfortunately, who you have a kid with matters because that's if you have a kid and see that doesn't matter who it's with, but because we know how the laws are, but you got to understand how to navigate that. So a lot of times dudes are not paying attention to who they're having kids with. And they don't realize, okay, if this shit goes left, what am I going to do? So there's ways to navigate the gynocracy, but you need to still be aware of it. There's no way to truly be like bulletproof from the gynocracy, but there is a way of navigating it.
Right. So, okay, check this out, right? So take me, for instance, right? I've always dated women outside of my race. I've always done that shit, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's nothing to me, right? I just that's just how I came up. I always say all women go left. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I was raised around black women. I get what y'all talking about, but I don't come from that from a relationship standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
I don't either. Ironically, I don't come from I don't come from situations with black women a wilding out on me like that. Like I stay away, like seriously, and I've never had an issue dating. I date, assertive women, but I've always dated. I mean, I'm not saying these women don't like to have fun, but these are women that do not like to be in shit. They don't.
No, yeah. Like my aunts, you know what I'm saying? These are elegant women, you know what I'm saying? They older, but what I'm saying is, like when you say, what landmines to step on or whatnot, man, they all got that shit, man. But
they're just more subtle about it, though. You gotta.
That's what I'm going to ask you. What degree do you think black women are at compared to other groups of women in the West?
Well, the thing in this culture. The thing you have to understand about other groups of women is like this. Black women are very overt and in your face with their shit, especially now. It's like if you're looking at football, they're going to blitz. And if you learn how to deal with that blitz, you can deal with it, but you're going to eventually get tackled, sometimes. Like they're going to sack the quarterback eventually, but you can learn to deal with it a little bit. What other women do is other women are more zone. They are more subtle about it. And they're more subtle because their men can levy consequences on them. And culturally, they're protected because there's other women that will protect them, like elder women and stuff like that. So they have learned white women are like the queens of being passive aggressive with their bullshit. And so they're not going to say always, and I'm not saying they can't be in your face, but they're not going to live in that mode. Especially like a lot white women are not really, because they still got that kind of fear of black men to a certain extent, where they're not going to come, and even they're not going to come in a dude like hit me like a woman, like a black woman will. And not all black women do that, but it's just too many to do. So the reason why I say don't go red pill for black women and remain blue pill for black women, because you actually arguably have to be more aware of what a woman is doing that is non-black than you do a black woman. Hispanic women, they can wear their emotions on their sleeve too, so it's a little bit easier. But when you're dealing with white women and Asian women are the worst with this. White women are second, Hispanic women are third, black women fourth. I'm talking about like the meter of being black women are the most overt, Asian women are the most covert.
No,
they're the one group that's more covert than white women. So
yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I got Mr. Palmer coming through probably sometime this week. We're gonna talk about the international child support system. You know what I'm saying?
That's something that needs to be talked about, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't know shit about that.
Yeah, so
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm saying, like all women go left all around the world type shit, you know. But for me, let's say my son, his mother's Russian. So I've always dealt with different races of women. I deal with black women still. I like black women still. I
mean, and that's another thing.
Approach them all the same.
I don't mean to cut you off. Shit, Thai City. But one thing is, because I want you to speak to this. I got you, Platinum. We need to fucking stop acting like this binary bullshit. Most black men are not just fucking like more black men. I'll say this: more black men exclusively fuck black women than there are black men that exclusively don't fuck black women. That's one thing as far as black men. But a lot of black men, they deal with both. It's about sexual access.
Right.
Isn't that this idea?
I'm not throwing a fine black woman out my bed, dog. Like.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't gonna say you know, ain't no black men saying, well, you know what, I'll fuck a fat white bitch, but a black woman got to be in shape. Black men do not hold non-black women to a lower standard because of their skin tone than they do black women. Like, we need to be honest about that. Now that happens in reverse, but you don't see you cannot show me not one single black man. And if you do see it, it's because that white woman got that motherfucker when he was in a vulnerable state. Like he was like, he wasn't on his shit like that. And then she like for instance, like Amari Hardrick, Ghost, or Mike Coulter, some shit like that. It meaning he was coming up and then she was loyal. That's what that is. You know,
that's how I ended up in this space, right? I forgot somebody, the Breakfast Club did an interview with somebody. And they was roasting him for having a white girl, right? And I was with my son's mother at the time. And all these people was going in, and somebody left like a link or something to Solo TV 87. And I went over there. I'm like, damn, man, you know, because here in Dallas, you know, interracial dating is nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. Like, only online where I found these conversations and shit going down, bro. You know, of course, you know, people feel some kind of way about it and shit, but
yeah, well, you know, I'm cool with the Breakfast Club.
It's not like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I got a Hispanic woman now. I gotta hide and I gotta change my life around to make this work type of shit.
But you notice that they never say shit about black women dating. That's the thing. That's when you understand how full of shit even the black media is. They never say shit about black. Even Mike Coulter. I remember on the Wendy Williams show, and I saw this clip. Mike Coulter, Luke Cage, they were talking about his wife, and even Mike Coulter got real and said, you know, they weren't feeling dark skinned brothers like that back in like the early 90s and the 80s. You know, so. You know, his wife wanted to be with him, and they've been loyal ever since. But see, they don't want to hear none of that shit. But you got Alfre Woodard, who is the most decorated actress, you know, that was in that cast, and she's been with a white dude for 30 years. And Wendy was right there with him, and Wendy didn't say shit. So my thing is, they don't care. And by the way, black men have not get through Alfre Woodard under the bus. That's some shit that black women are triggered by.
And see that's why I don't really get into the conversations with what I'm saying about this about what I'm saying black women specifically because like it just never applied to me to actually like differentiate that shit. Like I really like all fine women.
Well, most black men in the manosphere date black women. That's why the black.
No, I get
So
it, but
we're not. So here's the thing. It's not so much that we're trying to say black women are the ultimate problem. We have to you have to understand that because black women are the main women these dudes are dealing with. When it's not about the woman, you have to understand. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, when it comes to quality of life, how dudes deal with bitches is it. Take complete no blame on the female. We're looking at the female as a control group or a variable. Well,
no,
control.
and when Minister Jab said, man, I talk about these black bitches because that's all I fuck with. I don't want to, and I was like, you know what? I mean, hey, you got to, hey, that's his shit.
Yeah, and he's got about 20-25% black female audience. So black women say, and he say crazy. That nigga said that if you fuck a black woman, you might be fucking a transsexual. That's what that nigga said. Now that's a shit. He said that more than
those
one.
are his women.
That's not what he said. He said fucking a black woman in 2020 is equal to.
Yeah, he been going super hard.
Yeah, so you ain't never heard nobody in the manosphere say some shit like that. Anyway, go ahead, Platinum.
No, I disagree with you. Hey, look, shout out to you, Ed, man. I first time pulled up.
What's up with
what's up with your tie and that spiritual logic, ain't it? The brother right
Archer,
there.
bro. What the fuck?
That's Archer. Okay, my fault. I don't know all of the names.
Archer need to learn about the international child support video. He need to get it. He need to get that shit.
Don't let Platinum fool y'all, man. He is very, very slick, bro. Very slick, bro.
No, I'm not.
Hey,
no, I'm not. Hey, they like somebody sent me $10 because of what you did last night. So I don't know if they wanted me to send it to you. Oh, I don't know, but they put your name in there, so I just took it as to me. But anyhow,
I need that.
Maybe somebody gonna send Ed $10.
We gonna beef over $10.
Hold on, they might send you a bill, Ed. No, I'm messing. No, but yeah. But to me, I understand red pill and MGTOW. I understand all that stuff in the white community. I understand how they practice it. I really don't understand how they practice it here because it's like guys are fighting. They're one day they're MGTOW, the next day they're blue pill, next day they're red pill, and if the bitch hit them back in the DM, they're back to being blue pill again. So, you got some people
let me break this down real quick. It's very simple. You got some people that's full of shit, so I'll start there. And they say something, but at the end of the day, when it really is, when the fire starts burning, they bitch up. And
there you go.
But really, red pill is about awareness. That's really now what you do with that awareness is a different thing.
Right.
But red pill, the core thing. That's why the arguments in this space when it comes to red pill is really about people telling shit like it is.
Yeah,
don't bullshit. As long as you don't bullshit, folks can have their opinions. But what happens is black, and this is not just. I'm not even take the game shit off the table. Let's talk about the Hotep shit. Like let's talk about let's take something completely away from anything that I know y'all lean on. Like let's say Pan-Africanism. I mean, we're all Pan-Africanism. That's a good. We're all ADOS. So my thing is, I could argue I have Pan-Africanist leanings, but at the same time, I don't believe the ADOS black people. Pan-Africanism should not be a fucking one-way street. We have money, we have a market. We definitely could understand the concept of a diaspora, but the thing about it is we want to understand what is the trade. When you trade, like two countries trade, somebody may have a market, somebody may have something the market wants. That is the medium of exchange. So when I ask people there in the diaspora, what is the medium of exchange? What do ADOS get for doing all this upfront investment and stuff like that? They don't know what to say, so they start nigga explaining. They do shit that happens here, and it's like, dude. We grew up around niggas explaining. You're not doing it. You don't even have a fucking high school diploma in niggas explaining. We got niggas with PhDs in niggas explaining. So actually tell me what the truth is. Well, you must hate black. You must hate blacks. So I'm like, are you fucking that? So my point is, it's about putting everything as it is and talking about it as it is, not trying to bullshit people's way through it. And I can apply that to anything. Go ahead.
Right. So when it comes to the red pill philosophy or whatnot, right? My understanding was that you deal with women on your own terms because you understand the female nature and all this shit. I don't see where the whole thing come from, where it's like you should be shamed for like talking to women or let us find out you talk to women or something.
Black people, black men rejected. black men rejected that like in the inception of the black manosphere.
Well, let me point
Like
this
that's
out
one.
right
Hold
now.
on, that's one of the things that happened when it was split. So niggas have never been on some black men in this space have never been on some never talk to women shit.
Yeah,
That is
I
never
don't
been.
think-
Well, I
I'm
need
not
to
doing
watch
that.
out for Platinum
Yeah,
right quick because Platinum. I think I've been following Platinum around for a while. Not following, but I see him in the space, and I think you conflate red pill and MGTOW with incel a lot, and you try to
Yeah, that's true.
mix the two.
I think it is the same, but
No,
it's
hold on.
yeah.
Hold on, no. It's not at all the same. Like it's not at all the same because incel and this is why I said black men in this space is very few incels because the difference between black men and white men, for instance, I would eliminate 90% of white incels if they were willing to fuck black women.
There's no such thing as a black
Incels is based on you can't get what you want, so you decide not to fuck at all. Versus black men don't have that problem. Black men will fuck a fat bitch if that's all he can get.
We fuck everything. Getting sex in Black America is too easy. Everybody's having it. There's no such thing as a black man.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say when you see it's like you can't fuck the woman you want, so you decide not to fuck. And to me, when you say that, it's like no, it's out of his hands because he can't fuck what he wants. So it's not like it's not like because say he wants say he wants 8s, 9s, and 10s. Just to say that's what he wants. I don't care what he is, but that's what he wants. He can't get them, so he decides not to fuck. See, I disagree with that. I think women have decided he won't be fucking.
Hold on, I actually agree with what you're saying. I have said for a long time that if you fuck a fat bitch, then chances are that to me that's an incel move. Because you're not going to tell me.
I forgot you say you never fucked a fat bitch.
No, I haven't, and you're not going.
Neither have I.
And I mean that because Ty City, you got to remember, I'm short. I'm 5'5", so a lot of fat bitches have tried. They've tried me on it. I don't do that. And it's not that bitch. I just nigga. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't fuck. That's what I'm. If I could, that's all I could get. I'd fuck it. I wouldn't give a fuck.
But how long would you go like that?
No, I smashed on some experimental shit. I let y'all niggas trick me into believing that it was gonna be some good head or something in there. I let y'all niggas gas me up. Next day, I'm in the bed sinking.
Head is the gateway, and that's why I ain't never got head from a fat bitch either. Because I saw that coming. I saw that. Yeah, no.
You ain't never seen.
I know that's how y'all get in.
You ain't never seen a fat bitch eat. You never seen a fat bitch eat like
I seen her smacking the food fall on her stomach. That don't mean she gives good head.
No, like busting down some chick 60 wings, fries. Shit, nigga, please.
I mean, why you think Jill Scott did what she did? Why you think Jill Scott does what she does? And then here's the thing too. You got like fat bitches that are like Jill Scott, which they're not like disgusting. They got a pretty face up like, and then you got disgusting fat bitches. So I can delineate the difference.
You got to get your chat, bro. They say fat pussy, good pussy.
I can delineate the difference in that, but that's not something I want to do.
I seen a fat bitch eat some Popeyes. My dick got hard in the motherfucker, man.
And then y'all gotta be clear. A lot of y'all niggas are like 10, 6 foot. You could take that risk. I can't take that risk. I might die.
Yeah, you might get.
Edward,
my friends, I got friends they play basketball, stuff like that. So I can understand why they might try that shit. I'm not trying that shit.
Yeah, son of Israel, the mattress was like low as I ever had it in my house. Right, she laid down and I was like, damn, I'm fucking. It's like a slippery slope, like down to her side of the bed. She was, yeah, man.
Mafia said 5'5", your standards too high. No, they're not, because I get what I want. I mean, understand. Saying that's another thing I was gonna come back to play.
Like we're dealing with a Mac.
Do you really believe? And this is one thing we really need to do. You know what we need to do one day? We need to pull up a whole bunch of bitches on Instagram and then re-rate them. And then when I say Instagram, I mean like pull up women that would be like a woman that you would be cool with dealing with. Because when I actually pull up pictures and I actually show, okay, these are the women that I'm actually looking at as far as my girl next door homebody, people would say, oh, well, she's attractive, but she ain't like no 9 or no 10 or no 8. Like they be like a 7, maybe an upgradable 6. And I say I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah. But I've gotten women that are considered 8s. So my point. Hold on, my point. My question.
I can do that next. Give me 2 minutes.
My question: what do you think is the average number that these dudes are wanting in the manosphere?
They obviously they're overplaying their hand, man. It's just the way it is. They're going after 8s, they're going after 9s and 10s, and they're really 2s and 1s. I'm sorry. Okay, that's just the way it go, man.
But if you actually put up pictures, like if I actually put up, let me see if I can share this.
I got one right here.
And you rate them. Like that's not true.
I got a panel right here. It hadn't been placed up. It's already put together. Give me one. I gotta find it. I got all this shit on this computer. Hold on.
Let me tell you something, bro. I was dealing with this Instagram model bitch, right?
That's true, Charles. Most dudes ain't even seen an 8 like that. Dudes are not really going after women.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Hey, let me tell you, bro. I was dealing with this woman. She was an Instagram model. This was about 5 years ago, and this was early Instagram, right? So she had already had 40,000 subs, 40,000 people following her and shit. And she was a solid 10. And I tell this story over and over, man. I couldn't even smash the bitch pussy stinks so fucking bad, dog. Like, but she was just gorgeous. I just couldn't do it, bro. Like the bitch had a dead animal in her pants.
Well, I mean, my thing is, I think too, is we have a completely different opinion on what these numbers are. Most black men, when I actually see these black men put up pictures and they call these chicks an 8, these are really like 6s, upgradable 6s, upgradable 7s. This is what these niggas know based on what they see. And there's not no women that actually ride. So, and that's another thing too. This idea that black men are not like black women. And I've heard even Charles say this: black men are considered the garbage men of America when it comes to the women.
9s and 10s is for the streets. I forgot who said it, but that shit true as hell, man.
Yeah, but the truth is, black men are not asking for 8s, 9s, and 10s, or even 7s. Most black men will be perfectly cool with an upgradable 6, even in this space. So it's not. So this idea that black men are doing the same thing that black women are doing, where I need a nigga that's 6 foot this, 6 foot that, and they weigh 200 pounds. That's not the case. And I think that's what a lot of outsiders kind of assume, because that's their only point of reference. They see what these bitches are saying, so they assume it to be true in reverse.
Well, you know what, Ed? You know how you say you like the homebody? I dated a black chick who was from California, man. One of the coolest bras I ever met, bro. A pothead bitch who just loved to go longboarding, bro. Like she was just so easy going. That's what the fuck I be into. Like the cool bitch, the laid back broad. That's what I'm trying to find. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you got to remember, like, and Kevin Samuel says this all the time. He says if a dude is like a 5 or a 4 or 5 or a 6 fucks a 9, he's not gonna assume that that's his standard. That's the standard women he can get just because he knows he lucked up. Verse, he caught that, as Corey Holcomb would say, he caught that bitch at the right time, vulnerable.
I bet you if he's
women will actually believe because dudes are fucking them that are like at a high level, even though that's just some easy pussy that's right there, and that dude ain't thinking nothing of it. That means all of a sudden that's the level that they're really at. And this is why you got a whole bunch of females that are alone, because they don't understand that your fuck up. Like, you know how dudes are. Dudes that say she's straight for the stroke, at least that's what they say in Chicago, but that's a completely different bitch than a bitch that he might marry, commit to, if he could choose who he wants to have kids with. That dude is on a completely different thought process for a female. And that doesn't matter if a dude is a square or if a dude is a street dude.
If a dude get a 8 and he's really used to 4s, consistently 4s, and he get him an 8, that bitch gonna have some problems with him. And a lot of bitches know that.
He gonna have problems with that bitch. He gonna have problems. What you say? He gonna have problem with the bitch.
No, well, yeah. If you want to talk about stalking shit, you're damn right, because dudes
no problem.
Because Ty, that dude knows if a dude is gonna pull a stalker shit, and I've always said you can't be considered like a 9 unless you've had at least one stalker, and you gotta have like 2 or 3. That's what I've always said. But a lot of them dudes know that they lucked up. That's why that can even happen. You don't see women do that, but women don't do that like that. Women will do that to a dude that knows how to fuck, because that's a more rare commodity. Mm-hmm. But the truth is, women will assume that if 6 foot niggas or 6 foot niggas with money are fucking them, they'll assume that a nigga that makes over 6 figures is her standard, when in actuality, that nigga just sliding through. He ain't gonna marry you. He ain't gonna deal with you. He don't want to have kids with you if he can choose it.
I got a problem with y'all using this word upgradable, man. Upgradable from where? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason why the term upgrade, hold on, the reason why the term is like upgradable 7 is like the chick may be a 7 naturally, but if she puts on makeup and she knows, like, I ain't talking about cake in her face, but she can upgrade to an 8 because she has the same thing with a 6. The 6 can upgrade to like a 7 because when she puts on makeup, that's what she look like. But waking up in the bed,
on top of the number. Okay,
so she comes out the bed with all that shit out. She's a 6, but if she puts on makeup and shit, she's probably like a mid 7 or something like that. That's like
been upgraded to 6. I'm like,
that's a BGS term. Yeah, that's a BGS term. And I'm gonna tell you something. Now the BGS is here. I'm gonna tell you, I thought I had high standards because that's what people used to tell me until I actually started pulling photos up and we started talking about celebrities and shit. BGS is in California, so obviously he would know. And I'm like, shit, my standards are not that high, and I've always thought my standards were not that high. It's just certain things that I'm not gonna fuck with. You know, so but BGS, boy, he got some higher standards. You think I'm fucked up? Shit, you hear some shit he say.
No, I'm just,
that bitch is a 5. Like what?
Those are the chicks I went to middle school and high school with. These are, like I said, what's his name? Ike and Tina Turner's kids went to my high school, so it was a very upscale high school, white and black. So these are the chicks that I went to school with. So my standards are high. So I went to school with certified dimes in 9s and 8s. And so if you were a 6, you were actually considered on the lower level.
Kevin got the adjustable sit from BGS.
Yeah, because I'm a photographer. I used to be a photographer. So there's chicks that have a certain kind of bone structure. So if they're not made up, they're not dolled out, they walk around like a 5 or a 6. But because of their bone structure, they can actually be made up, and they will move up 2 notches. Like Alicia Keys is, without makeup, she's probably maybe 5.5, maybe a 6. But the thing is, you
say that to niggas, they go, bitch, that bitch is an 8, just off light skin.
If you see them without makeup, she's not a plain Jane. She's cute, but she's not the same as when she has her hair done and she has makeup on.
Yeah, when she has her hair out, man, you're right.
With her makeup on, she jumps up 2 spots. That's what I mean is an upgradable 6.
Alicia Keys without makeup look like a single white woman.
Yeah, my Mariah Carey is the same way.
So, question to both of you, BGS first, and then Charles. Do you think the majority of the black men in this manosphere is really trying or out here talking about they trying to get 8s, 9s, and 10s?
They're lying.
Well, I mean that's what they're talking about.
They're lying.
Like, they settle for like a 6 or a 7, 6.
They're lying. They get most black guys here in this space are really looking for a 6, maybe a 7 at tops. Yeah.
Do you want me to be truthful?
Yeah, go ahead.
And they'll be happy with a 5.
Do you want me to be truthful?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the same shit. I'm gonna say the same shit I said on BGS's joint.
Mm-hmm.
The average black man has not even seen an 8 or above.
Yeah. Well,
the average black man couldn't
in real life.
Yeah,
in real fucking life.
When I left high school, I found out that to be true how skewed my skill was.
Not that I'm a black woman, but can I offer you why, in my opinion, I'm not a black woman?
I hope not.
Well, okay.
Well, I'm just saying. I believe the reason
you're a deep voice black woman.
Take you at your word.
So
you got just as deep as a voice.
So how are you speaking for black women?
Well, I'm simply saying that, in my opinion, the reason black men haven't seen an 8, and I'll give you that, let's say an 8, is because particular black men do not know how to understand, to leave them alone when they don't want to fuck him anymore.
No, that's not what he's saying. He says they have never laid eyes on an 8. That's what he's
saying.
Okay.
Let me break it.
Words are important, sir.
Words are very important. Let me put it to you this way, right?
Well, I've seen. Okay, go ahead.
Let me put it to you this way, right? An 8 is a 10 that a normal man can afford.
That's true.
Okay. What you think is a 10 that if you're not somebody who makes mid 6 figures, she's really an 8.
Like so fuck it. Let's do it. Let's put it to the test. So give me some celebrities, because I'm gonna tell you straight up. This ain't about putting you on blast platinum, because I put some people out here, and when I did this, BJ was like, "No, that's a 7." Like that's the closest I ever got.
Bria Miles in the body is a 9, and if she's a 9 in the body, 8 in the face.
You said who?
Okay, and she fucking a white. Oh, she fucking a regular white.
Yeah, if you on black man term, white man ain't dealing with that. But
what you got to understand something. Look, okay, black men, number one, I'll say this part again, are the garbage men of the dating world. You have been taught and socialized to accept fatter women. You don't even have a standard for your women to be a certain shape. I can tell you, in Japan or most Asian countries, their women are slender to the point that they look like fucking tabletops.
Well, their diet is different.
Well, Charles, I've been there.
It's not just their diet.
No, well, I mean that makes it easier. That makes it easier, but it's the culture that makes it.
It's the culture.
I know a lot of Asians, and they stay small.
They don't even like their men. They don't even like their men.
It's not, but guess what? Are they more married than we are?
We still got to marry them.
Yeah, see, you guys, that's what I'm saying. Now we're getting into this. There we go. Now we finna play, charades and shit.
We're not playing charades and semantics. We're just going.
There you go. You guys know. There you go. There you
go. I live in California. There's tons of Asians in California.
We're not going by semantics.
I was there. I'm telling you, they come. If you want a fat one, they're there. If you want a tall one,
are the fat ones the most common average? No,
they're not common, but they're there. If that's what you want,
Jesus H Christ.
No, I hear what you're saying, man, but I'm just saying you're looking at it wrong. You're playing games.
No, we're
that's not how you deal with women. Don't sit around.
Chill, man. Chill, man. Chill for a second. You ain't got to scream. Chill.
Yo, over here in North Texas, it's a community called Euless, right? Mm-hmm. Euless, they have a community of these Tongan people, and these women are thick in all the right places, bro. And they put on like they put on weight perfect, and they just be out and about.
Yeah, but they're islanders, right?
Yeah, they are.
Well, it's like Samoans, the Polynesians and Samoans are bigger people.
They're bigger people.
They're not Asians.
And they're different than the big three. They're different than Chinese, Korean, and Japanese.
Yeah. Like number one, most dudes. Okay, a lot of women I've dated were athletes, so you're not gonna get the typical Coke bottle shape that every black man wants and covets. Okay,
I don't know.
A lot of black dudes really need to just say this shit. All you want is a fat ass, and that's about it.
A butt in the gut. They'll take the gut with the butt.
Of course, they'll take the butts and the guts.
Exactly.
Of course, they'll take the butts and the guts.
I know. Okay, I can understand, but I don't know that.
Nigga, you in Memphis? Don't tell me.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Memphis chicks.
It's what you want out here.
I mean, we're talking about the averages. We're not talking about
the low dating city, man, since the 1900s, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, what do you mean, bro? I mean, like what I mean.
LA.
If you don't want them, don't fuck them.
I'm gonna put it through it, man.
I hold the way we approach the world is just different, man.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it is. I mean,
what have you been experienced, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's so hard when you start talking these.
Memphis is not Los Angeles, bro.
We're not. No, we're not Los Angeles. We're fine though.
Well, nowhere's Los Angeles.
Well, we don't want to be Los Angeles.
I'm glad you're not.
But Los Angeles is Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is very mixed. So
I actually live there, but I'm just saying I've seen the Spanish, the mix. I like the hues and the blends over it. I like the blendy over there.
Well, the thing is, you got to realize the Asians that are typically over there, like for instance, in the Northeast, in the North, like in California, in the Bay Area, a lot of those are Japanese. And if you go back to Vancouver, that's where it gets more Chinese. A lot of Koreans. And
50% of we have a huge Chinese population in Los Angeles, San Gabriel Valley. 50%, like 40% of Orange County is Chinese. Okay, we got tons of Chinese.
And then you got
Japanese and Filipinos and all kinds.
Exactly. Then you got the smaller groups. You talk about the smaller groups, like so. There's difference between the South, and so that's like this is the stuff. We're not just saying it to be saying it. We understand. Look, Black Philippines, even though they're more slenderly built too, they're gonna be more ones that's gonna have a body than necessarily a Chinese. And so same thing. We start dealing with Vietnamese. Thais are gonna be a little bit more skinny or dark. So we understand that there's variety in that, but obviously Chinese are the majority. Japanese and Koreans are gonna be kind of the second tier that you see like that, and then Polynesian, you got to put them all together. So we get what you're saying, but like you're using exceptions and trying to use that to counteract the rules, and we're just talking about the rule, not necessarily exceptions. Most Black men are going to be attracted to agents who've got more of a body anyway, because that's how we're culturally wired. But let me see.
I'm sorry, I've gotten to the point where I can't respect the opinions of a Black man until I see it for myself. Oh, she bad. Show me a picture.
Well, I got this picture up here because this is an example. Like, I want y'all to tell me what number you think she is. Because see, I bet you in the chat
with or without the makeup.
We're gonna say without the makeup.
Without the makeup,
right now, I'm not.
Without the makeup, she's between a 6 and a 7.
I gotta see the picture closer.
I'm not going.
The badge.
Yeah.
I mean, she got a hell.
That's a 2.
I mean, she got a.
Man. Come on, man.
That's surgery,
man.
That's surgery for sure.
That's like the Memphis 20.
That's surgery.
No, I've seen that.
It ain't. Okay. I'm looking at it now. Hold up, I'm looking at it now. That ain't no Memphis 20.
Surgery.
That's like a Memphis 55. I'm sorry.
Memphis 55.
No, it's not. That's a 2. That's a 2 out here.
Ain't no 2, man.
That is a 2.
Quiet.
That's the highest. That's the highest level of education in Memphis. God damn it.
This is what she used to look like. So she actually lost his weight over a long period of time. Like I've seen.
I'm gonna tell you what she. I'm gonna tell you from a fitness standpoint. I'm gonna tell you from a fitness standpoint. She did work out. It's hard to. You can't fake abs, so you can't really fake abs. But she did. She did get the titties. She did get the titties lifted.
Right, adjusted.
Man, she got different body fat percentages all over.
I mean, yeah. I mean, once you lift weights. She's heavy in weightlifting.
I've seen
you can exactly. Black women are scared to do that, and a lot of times it's not just a matter of losing the weight. You got to build some of that.
You got to build the muscle up. She's probably heavier than she was then.
In fact, a lot of women that are heavier like that when they lose a lot of weight. That's the way they look. What's her name? That's plays Black Widow. Okay, she's chunky when she's walking around. When she loses weight, she
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. When you see her when she not acting before she loses that 35, 40 pounds, she looks a whole lot different than she does.
Now, if she walked up to most Black men, now she's from Canada. Now she Nigerian. You know, she anyway. Most Black men, this would be like an ideal. Like if they could get something like this,
most Black men wouldn't even approach her.
Well, see,
that's true.
Here's my thing, right? This is what I'll be looking for now, right? Around the collarbone, shoulder blades, like real feminine features like that. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Just like the like around the neck area, around the shoulders and shit. That's what I'll be looking for now, right?
You know my response to that is
I'm leaning more towards like not even petite, but in shape, but just
you like petite women.
Yeah.
You know my response to that is stop lying.
Nah, man, I'm just saying that's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2 out here.
Ain't no 2, man.
With the makeup, that's a 2.
In Memphis, come on, man.
I'm looking. I'm just saying I don't see really no ass popping out.
Come on,
I see a flat stomach.
Come on, man.
No, I see a flat stomach.
You lying?
Come on, man.
You really about to lie to me? Come on,
no, I see a flat stomach.
Come on, man. What you been drinking, man?
Hold up, right here. She look real.
Fuck drinking. What have you been snorting?
She look real plain Jane in some of them pictures. Now she okay.
A plain Jane is a 5, man, not a 2. A 2 is she got to have horns.
All right, so now
Oprah's a 3.
Now we break this shit down like
Oprah's a 3. You guys, is it because of her money?
No, you got how ugly you have to be a 2. You got to have.
That's
I'm
Tawana
giving
Burke.
you.
Wrong with you?
Nah, okay.
This
Okay.
nigga got
Yeah,
an
something wrong with you. Man.
I give
That's-
Burke a 1. I give her a 1, if not a 0. But I'm just saying,
No, a one has to have her face covered, man.
Tawana
1. That's
Burke.
why I said, yeah,
No,
Tawana Burke.
Tawana Burke is not even a one. If you got one, literally has to be
Tawana Burke.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna say this again. Hold up. I would give her a 1.
I mean, she
She
does
left.
look like she does look like the topographical map of Colorado.
have you ever seen someone with open pores? That
Tawana
shit,
Burke.
it gets open, it closes.
Well, I'm
that
gonna
shit
give you
almost.
other
It's like
examples.
fish gill. It's like fish
You don't get
gills.
another chance to try again.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God,
talking
man!
about you.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's one thing. When you talk scales with brothers, man, they just over exaggerate.
This is the reason why I cannot respect the opinions of black men when it comes to feminine beauty.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Even with my best friends of the last 25 years,
okay, well,
this chick's bad.
Okay,
This
well,
chick, and she would have lesions on her body.
if it's okay, if it's okay.
Wait, Faulkner, you saying that chick was bad?
He said
they
what his
just think
friend would say.
with bad means different things to different people, but that's not really.
Bad is some. I'm gonna put it to you this way: bad is somebody that
If
is
it's
traffic stopping. Is literally traffic stopping beautiful.
Bad is very overused.
That would be
Bad is when you feel like a punk for not even trying.
Nah, bad is when you don't feel like a punk for not even trying because you already know you're not going to be able to get it. That's bad. Shit. Yeah, because I'm gonna put it to you this way: I've seen a lot of dudes' girlfriends, and they talk that big bullshit, and I'll be like, God damn, that's the best you could pull.
Oh no, that's bad. That's the
I'm pissed on women that are better than most people could get. Okay. So it's like, I don't even think I could get a 10. But let me put it to you this way: I've seen a lot of dudes who get it, and it's
So I'm gonna jump back and forth between light skin and dark skin. So this is the chick that Jason Black interviewed. This is the second one he interviewed. Did she be making money doing the Instagram bullshit? So not Instagram, but the OnlyFans shit. This is the one he interviewed. So what do you all give her? I see.
I gotta see more. I gotta see more.
She about 6 or 7.
Yeah, you're gonna see more.
What's going on, folks?
What's up, Meech?
Yeah, I don't know what your man talking about. I'm not sure where the Memphis is he's talking about, but I've been through Memphis quite a few times. They are not banging like that out there.
I know.
Somebody outside.
I know.
They are not banging like that.
They're not banging like that out there.
They are not banging like that out there.
No.
I'm saying it's someone outside. Do I hear like?
I got to be careful because they'll cut this string. Me doing that shit.
Ain't nobody
You did that shit.
Chick you put up
This happened before.
The first chick
you put up that work was a 5. You saw her without the makeup and everything. Look, they work miracles with these makeups. Y'all should see some of these before and after.
But like the body alone, dudes will give her like at least.
That's the reason why.
Now, here's something y'all need to understand, though. Let me tell y'all something. Here's something y'all need to understand when it comes to these bodies. These chicks, they got these fake bodies to where the front of it look like they chopped it off. It looks like the front of a tree. If it's fake, you don't get extra.
I get that, but we already established that when we went over it. Like she doesn't have a fake body, other than like maybe adjustable on the chest. So that's another thing too, because dude, like I mean, I hear what you're saying, and yeah, there'll be examples of that. But people that I'm putting up, I'm not putting them up with fake body. I'm not really putting up. I mean, this is going to stick to a thought I'm going to put up today. Yeah, the only reason I'm putting her up is because Jason Black actually interviewed her. So this is something that he did on Patreon and her talk. But other than that, I'm not about to put up a whole bunch of thoughts right now. I don't want y'all to think that. So most women, like even with her, she doesn't have a fake body.
Yeah, but she ain't got it, bro.
I'm not. Hold on. These are not people. I want to make it clear. I'm not presenting people that I'm establishing that I will want. So this is not a competition.
Nah, BGS, that ain't no 7. Come on, bro.
The little one. Okay, let me share the screen.
That's not a 7.
A 2.
I don't have the ability.
I don't know what you guys' scale is. I'm going by a scale of 1 to 10. My scale, platinum scale. That's a 2 on platinum scale.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, okay, dude.
Okay,
No, I saw the OnlyFans. I see the name.
Yeah,
I gotta look at it.
At least be reasonable,
Platinum. Give me an example of a chick
that's an attractive woman. Like that picture right there. That's an attractive woman.
Platinum. Give me. Is 2 like good, bad?
No, 2 is a 2.
Did you just say his scales are reversed?
That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, is that what it is or what?
Share my screen real quick. Share my screen real quick.
Okay, let me see what he got. Let me see what he
Do I have your? Because now you about to start getting my technical limitations on this shit. Let me see.
Okay.
But she got no makeup on too.
If you're on the phone, don't worry about it.
No, I'm not on the phone. I'm not.
That's a 1. Okay, that's a 1 or a 2. See those? That's a 1 or a 2 in white scale. That's a 2. Does that chick look like a 2?
What are you saying?
Okay,
I said I'm giving you a 2 platinum scale.
Your platinum scale doesn't convert to regular scales, bro.
What? Neither does that.
Wait. Let's do it this way.
So platinum. Hold on. I'm asking platinum. Simple question: What is the best number you can get on your scale?
Hey, is this your chart, BGS? Where you get
No. I put you can pull it up.
I don't mean. I'm not trying to
pull it up on Google. It's 1 to 10, man.
I'm not trying to
pop right up.
I want to get this question answered. Platinum. What is the best number you can get on your scale?
Oh, you can get a 10. You can get a 10.
Okay, so 2 is at the bottom.
For me, yeah, because I've seen a lot of women.
God. All right.
No, I've seen a lot of women, man.
Let me ask you.
So
okay, hold on. If it's okay, if it's okay, can you share my screen? Can you share my screen?
Platinum. Yeah, I'm gonna share your screen. So what is the platinum? The next question is, what would you consider like a 7 or an 8 or a 7 or 6?
I'm gonna show you some
okay,
what is Cardi B to him? Ask him Cardi B.
Well, you don't want to know because you disagree. But here we go.
Cardi B's a 4.
What is that? What numbers are those? That's a 2 to you?
What is that?
That's a 2. What's that?
Did you see that?
What is that? Give it a number.
For me, that's a 7. That's 8.
Which one?
And that's her again. So that's basically the same woman twice. But that's a 7 and that's an 8.
Okay, so
no. See, Edward, you're not asking the right questions. Edward, you're not right. You're not asking the right. Hold up. No. What makes her a 7?
That bitch ass got a straighter valve.
No, what makes her a 7?
She got a nice body.
Where?
That's her natural hair.
No, how do you know?
Wait a minute. Well, most of it is. How about that? 50%.
Okay, thank you.
I want you to do a close up on her. I want you to do a close up on her arms.
You be wilding, Platinum. You be wilding, man. Yeah. You be wilding with this shit, man. You be wilding.
No, hold on. Let me add this.
I can say she's a 7. I can agree that maybe that one in the middle is 8, depending on whether she's making 8 makeup or not. Okay.
And then on top of that,
that's about right.
Then on top of that, I'm gonna say this: a lot of you dudes have proven my point. Yeah. All you gotta do is put an ass on it, and they go up about 5 fucking spaces. Because the first thing he paid attention to was the ass. I've always said I do not like watching just one set of pictures, even if you go to a dating app. I will not even look at a chick anymore if I don't see a body picture.
Hey, Platt, you got it up?
What up?
Look up Vashti. VASHTIE.
And according to Platinum, Bria Miles is like a 2.
But hold up.
In the chat,
I don't know why you want. I
listen to this dude, man.
Wait.
You be wilding, Platinum. You be wilding, man. You wild, man. You be wilding, shit, man.
Okay, Charles. Why do you want to give Bria Miles a high number? Why?
The only difference between Bria Miles and the chick you talking about is she's dark skinned.
That's it.
Okay. I don't care about that. I'm saying Bria Miles, I don't know her. I don't keep up with her like that. I don't know if she in another relationship, but Bria Miles, when I saw her, it was like a year ago, was in a relationship.
Who's sharing the screen right now?
Regular
what does that
white
to do with
boy.
It? So?
Well,
so,
that's gonna drop. That's gonna drop her on my scale.
Well, that's your scale.
Okay.
Wow, get the fuck out of here, man.
That's just a basic bitch to me. It's like she ain't even.
Dude, you be having these monopoly rules, man.
Who shared?
Yeah, these monopoly rules and shit.
This nigga make up more rules than a fucking. This nigga make up more rules than a fucking black game of Uno. Like, goddamn.
You know what?
I got a dropper point, man.
Charles, you cannot be giving her no 8s and stuff like that.
Yo, platinum.
I know who she is.
Hold up, platinum. You my boy. You my boy, platinum. But on that one, you full of shit.
on that one. So what's the drink tonight?
Hold on, I got you. I'm about to.
What's the drink? What you drinking on tonight, man?
I haven't started yet.
No, damn, I hate to see you when you actually start, bro.
Hey, look.
If you turned up before the drink, man, shit.
You can.
Shot, Tiger.
You know, you gotta do some. Hey, BGS, you gotta do some Mary J. Watson.
You ain't hell. He don't need to drink, man. If he turned up,
he turned up like Mary J. Watson. Like, nigga, you hit the jackpot.
That's Bria.
I know Bria. Yeah, that's Bria.
I mean, you just
Bria's an 8. Bria's an 8. That's Bria's like baby. Bria's like my baby mama.
Okay, pull up. Back. Who sharing right now?
I'm doing it. Hold on, I'm not finished yet. Well, you said
so wait a minute. I hate to take over another man's shit, but I gotta say this. So you would sit there.
He would.
You would sit there, and you would call that bad motherfucker a 2 because of who she was dating.
Which, first of all, she's not dating me. Okay, that's A. And B, so I don't give a fuck about her.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't give a fuck about that bitch, man. And if she dating some old, and if she just dating some old basic, I'll leave Ray side. If she dating some old basic ass dude, I'm really gonna bitch like that bitch. Bitch, please.
You don't need to drink, Platt.
No,
you don't need to drink, man.
You want that supernatural high,
man. You on that natural high. You ain't lying.
You want that supernatural high,
man.
So
hey, no wonder they call you Platinum Lee. You are not from this earth, brother.
No.
That's
God damn, that's some kryptonite right there, boy.
That's baby mama's. Yeah. That's baby mom's.
Like you said today, this is actually my favorite picture of her. Like me personally, this one. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, okay, that's
he almost choked through himself.
That's baby mom's when she was young.
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, so yeah, thighs, all that kind of stuff. She got a calf, but that's basically her.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
my you see my daughter, so you know that she.
Oh my god, she is like. No offense, BGS, your daughter's freaking beautiful.
Yeah, got good genes.
The only thing I would say with women like this is, I you get them pregnant. It's kind of like, okay, that could go both ways.
Well, not really.
Not really. It's called a fucking gem.
No, you got to keep them away from the goddamn table because they like to eat. Man. That's the issue.
Snap that stomach back.
Yeah. But she had a little waist and big ass like that.
I'm still looking for the vasty. I ain't forgot about you. Okay, so the other one I want to pull up, you know, the one I always mentioned, the favorite I always mentioned, the drum roll, please, Marilyn Negra. So,
Marilyn Negra's cute.
Let me find out this chick is in a network marketing company too.
Especially if you ever see her with short hair, and then you know exactly how pretty she actually is. She's an 8. Marilyn Negra with short hair.
What would you give a young Nicole Murphy?
Get the fuck out of here. We have to ask. We have to ask.
Same thing like a young Vanessa Williams.
Marilyn Negra with a trash bag on.
Yeah.
That's not her most flattering picture.
Yeah.
Let's see what's. Oh, let me. Cause this is like at 150.
Damn, we need a new DJ.
Yeah, we should, like what DJ Kuda be doing. After the damn time. I mean, see, he got a unique thing. Okay, this is a little normal. I'm trying to get one with like a body pic so y'all can really see. Because anybody, come on.
Oh, she got a set of titties. God dang.
Yeah, she has a body.
Yeah, I mean, straight up. I mean, a lot of women ain't willing to do this. You know. I mean, obviously, that's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that reminds me. I gotta have arm day today.
All right, let me just go to tag pics. You know, these niggas will get the good ones. You know, you gotta go to tags sometimes. All right, this give me a second. My point with all this.
Fuck, you know how we got into all this.
All right,
anyway.
I'll come back. Find it, but my point though is now you start to get a little bit of I'll have it up in a second, but this is why stuff like this is important. I hate to say that, but now you start to put a visualization of what people talking about. Otherwise, people will be just arguing to be arguing, and it's like we arguing for nothing. I mean, you know, I get that that's your personal preference, Platinum. Everybody has their own personal preferences, but I'm trying to look at more universal scale amongst what black men are looking at. You trying to remix that stuff into completely what you want, what you dealing with.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. Give me less than 2 minutes. I'll put it. I'm putting it up right now.
Dude, you already showed it. What is a 7 and 8? We agreed with that. So basically, you're not that far off. You just be doing some bullshit. That's all.
No, you be on some bullshit.
You be on some bullshit. You be on some bullshit, man.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said I didn't go by that scale. Y'all was going by a scale.
What you think is, if you're gonna talk to people, you have to come to a central scale, because you can have any scale that you want, but it don't mean nothing when you talk to other people.
Okay, but I was in Asia, so I'm saying I was out there, and now hold up, we just different now. Me, you know, I understand. You know, you guys don't like a little meat on your women. I follow that. I understand that.
You from the South?
I am from the South.
That's why you like them that way.
I prefer the thicker Japanese women over there. Cool.
Well, yeah, because that's what you prefer. But the thing is, you know, like I said, even the Asians here with an American diet are still small.
Yeah, well, actually, my preference when you talk Asian is Chinese women.
What?
Yeah, okay.
How you gonna get a Chinese woman with the picture you showed?
What you say? How can I said my preference
woman with the picture you showed though, if that's what you like.
Well, do me a favor.
Not built like that. Not built like that.
Hold up. Do me a favor. Whatever bottle you got, Platinum.
No. My preference.
Stop. Hold up. Whatever bottle you got.
I'm done.
Stop rubbing it, because the genie ain't coming out.
No,
genie ain't coming out, man.
I'm telling you,
you ain't finding no Chinese woman built like that.
Not built like
you
that.
said Vasty.
No. I actually, but see, this is what I found. This is what I found.
VASTI.
I found that. I don't look for.
Like
I don't look for Chinese women to be black women. I don't look for a Chinese woman to be built like a black woman.
Okay, all right.
I mean, if you want one, I mean, there's Malaysian.
I'm sorry. I don't even find Asian women attractive. I'm sorry.
Filipinos are Thai only, really, pretty much. Because Koreans are ugly.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
Koreans.
We're not gonna let him slide out of that shit. So
yeah, my bad.
BGS said that light-skinned chick that was standing with the dark-skinned chick was a 6 or a 7. He said she was a 2. And then he pulled up them 3 bolt-on chicks and said they were 7. So he telling me he think them 3 chicks are 5 places above that light-skinned chick that he just pointed out.
Okay. That light-skinned chick, to me, right? She didn't look like she had hardly any ass. She looked really young. Hold up, and then her hair was fucked up in that that selfie with that other girl. Her hair was fucked.
Oh gosh,
bro!
Let
me say this real quick. People got to start understanding something, man. A 7 is gonna be a 7, even if she's plain Jane. A 7 is, what does she look like bare? See, what I'm seeing here, dude, is that, don't get me wrong, I like ass too, but people put too much emphasis on ass, right? Gabrielle Union ain't thick, but Gabrielle Union is a fucking a 7-8 chick,
man.
Right? And she not thick.
So you guys like
she used to be.
Union?
Nia Long.
Yeah.
Nia Long was an 8, 7'8" chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
What
if
you showing your Memphis tendon? I mean, I'm not trying.
see,
I'm finna show you something right now.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
You done already showed us, dude.
well, here's the question.
No,
Okay, let me ask on this. What is Serena Williams?
Well, you gotta have a certain appetite for that. I mean, like, you know, because she's pretty,
Serena Williams is a thick motherfucker. What is she?
she's pretty big. She's pretty muscular.
There we go. Stop nigga explaining, man. Come on, man.
No, I was trying to be fair with it. I don't know.
I got a better one. I got a better one for you then. Have you seen House Party 3?
Oh my.
Have you seen House Party 3? You ever see House Party 3?
Yeah, I think I've seen it before, yeah.
Okay, the chick that jumped out of the cake at the birthday party.
Well, come on, I don't remember that, man. I don't remember.
Oh man, how the hell nobody remember Angina Williams?
Movie?
Yeah, like mine is a 9 all over the world, 9, 10 all over the world.
Let me say this. Okay. 7 is a classical beauty.
Yeah.
Okay. 8
that's pretty.
Is beautiful. A 9 is stunning. A 10 is immaculate. Literally, no flaws.
The vast majority of men, the 68% of the women are 4, 5, and 6. Okay, with 5 being the majority of women. Or like 40% of the women on the planet are 5s. That's average. Okay, or average. That's plain. That's average. Okay, the plain Janes, which are slightly uglier than the average, are 4s. But 4, 5, and 6 are 68% of the women. Only 10% of the women are 8 and above. And only like 2% of the women are 9 and above, right? And 10s are probably less than 1%. On the other end of the scale, a two is like less than 5% of the population because they're so ugly. And the ones don't come outside. Okay, like that's the way the scale works.
Like a 2 or 3 is like Roseanne.
They don't come out. They don't come outside unless they're fucking hunting down stray animals.
No, they're deformed, so they cover their faces.
And the reason why, and this is one reason why I'm putting out a Maryland Negra, because if you're a dark,
Maryland Negra is a baddie.
If you're gonna,
she's an 8.
If you're gonna put out a dark skinned black woman that has Africoid features, so she passed the featurism test and the colorism test. And you want to look at, okay, what does that need to be an ideal image that we push and get behind? I mean, I could put Kelly Rowland up there too.
Yeah, she's
a 9.
No, she ain't a 9. She's 7.
I give her a 7.
But the main point that I wanted to throw out there is black women actually reject a Maryland Negra as an aggregate group. They also reject Kelly Rowland as an aggregate group. Every time why? I do, but I want y'all opinions on that. But go ahead.
All right, y'all.
Because she actually fits a standard. And it's a standard most of them cannot obtain.
You find it? You find it?
Did you put it in the back?
Oh no, I put it in the chat actually.
Hold on. Okay, I'll find it in the chat because I'm trying to. Because I am legit trying to find it because.
Well, see, here's the thing at work is that black women tend to reject women that don't behave like them.
I just put it right now. Yeah.
All right. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. So, like, even for dudes that want to talk about, they want the ads. I mean, you know, but what happens, niggas? Black women, especially black men, are pretty cool about America. It's black women to be hating on. All right, I got you. They be hating on a Maryland Negra, and a lot of it is I think they have a certain. I don't know, but they never. But Cardi B. Though they identify with Cardi B, though. Go ahead.
Well, see, there's a couple of things here, right? So, a Maryland Negra, there's a very clear difference between how they move, a Maryland Negra and Cardi B, right? Secondly, a Maryland Negra is relatively flawless when you're looking at her, right? Yeah. Very even skin tone, very dark, natural hair that grows very long, but also she doesn't have their behavior, right? So it's like it would be like a 92. That's trying to be cool with a whole bunch of diesel chicks. Wait. Not really gonna rock with her like that because they can tell that they don't. She holds a mirror up to them.
You saying this woman don't have no ratchet in her?
Who?
Amara La Negra, whatever.
Almost all these chicks got some ratchet, but there's varying degrees of ratchetness, player.
Right. So what you looking at right
Shit,
now?
Michelle Obama got some ratchet in her.
Hold on, time out. So you saying that Marilyn Negra and Cardi B are comparable? That's how they act.
I mean, are you looking at the Instagram?
It's a whole lot of women that get on Instagram dressed a certain way, but we're talking about.
I'm asking you. So you're saying
y'all be wilding, man.
He gets to talking over you when you try to ask when you try to clarify the question, dude. Come on now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you. Beyonce got some ratchet in her. Would you say she's comparable to fucking Cardi B?
Man, absolutely.
Really? Beyonce and Cardi B? Okay. Hey, man.
What are we talking about?
Man.
Did y'all miss the surfboard videos and shit?
She's a diesel, man. Cardi B's a diesel.
Cardi B is a fucking stripper and hooker who just to be good at fucking rap.
That's not even close.
Like Eve. Eve was a stripper married to a billionaire. Nobody called her ratchet.
Eve was ratchet. What are you talking about? Yeah, people did call her ratchet.
Eve called herself ratchet.
That's what I'm
Eve was ratchet before they started saying ratchet.
Here's the thing about
pull up Eve stripper shit from the media.
Here's the thing with Beyonce. Beyonce will go into straight homo, but she'll call it her alter ego.
But okay, man, you gotta
come on, man.
You call it everything. Oh, like you
y'all wilding, man. Now Beyonce is classy, man.
Y'all wilding, man. Here they come.
Help me out with Cardi B. Help me out with Cardi B.
Cardi B is a stripper and a hoe, man.
Okay, I got you. But then she's worth 24 million.
This is the one.
Let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask him this real quick. Would you say that Jerry Rice was pretty fast? Would you say Jerry Rice was fast or Warren Moon? Would you say they were fast?
I don't know how fast Warren.
Would you say they were fast, man? Come on, it's a yes or no.
Would you say they were fast? Example. Okay, how about Tim Brown?
A better example of Jerry. Okay, Emmett Smith.
I would say Tim Brown is fast.
Okay, Tim Brown's fast, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Tim Brown as fast as Usain Bolt?
No.
Okay, then, but he's still fast.
Oh, yes, he is.
So there's degrees to this shit. What I'm saying to you is that just because Beyonce has some ratchet ways about her, she's not Cardi B ratchet. Cardi B is the Usain Bolt of ratchet bitches.
There's a difference between provocative dancing, like what Janet Jackson has done,
exactly,
and like doing and taking some stripper shit. Y'all are kind of demonstrating y'all can't delineate that.
No. It's not even delineate. It's the fact that if a black chick bats her eyes up, she ratchet. That's all it is.
Okay,
like,
so
like I swear to God, y'all making the every time y'all come up with these panels, y'all making black women look less and less disingenuous.
One thing on Cardi B.
Oh man, they be wilding.
I can understand you don't like Cardi B. I can understand that.
Hey, why he saying that, man? I ain't gotta like her to be able to call a spade, dude. I mean, this is what it is.
Oh man, she is what she is.
But she's a self-made woman, though. I'm just saying, like you can't.
What's that got to do with?
No, the fuck she is.
The porn stars, man.
How's she not? Okay. Let me listen. How is she not a self-made woman?
So OnlyFans account holders.
Who we talking about right now?
Cardi B. I don't think Cardi B has OnlyFans.
Oh, I thought y'all was still trying to put Beyonce on the innocent.
Hey, what's up with your man over here, BGS? He tripping for real. He said, I don't think Cardi B has the OnlyFans. Where that come from, bro?
I'm like this. I'm like this. Every time I hear this, y'all making black women look less and less disingenuous, man. Y'all making them look less and less disingenuous, man. I'm just looking.
I feel
like anytime I never like I think there's weed in my cigar because
okay, if you want to say Erica Mena is a hoe,
this one right here is a solid 9-10, bro.
Okay, here's the question.
Solid 9-10.
With no makeup.
Who's a solid 9-10? Who's a solid 9-10?
The one on the screen right there. She's okay. She's all right.
That's a baddie right there. That's a baddie.
She's pretty. She's right. She's between an 8 and a 9. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
She's about an 8. Yeah, she's about an 8.
That's a 6 out here.
Young Jada.
Oh, nigga, in Memphis?
Shit.
Wait. Did he say that's a 6 in Memphis?
Yeah,
but let me tell you something. I have been through Memphis. I have been through Memphis plenty of fucking times. I ain't never seen one time seen a chick that looked that good in Memphis.
Not in Memphis.
I ain't never, not in Memphis, not in West Memphis. I ain't never seen a chick that bad.
Hey, Meech. If she's in Memphis, she's born in Memphis. She ain't staying long.
Go to Jackson. Go to Jackson, Mississippi. Go to Jackson. That's a 5 in Jackson.
That's why we tripping, BGS. Those kind of chicks are born in Memphis. They just don't stay there. Nigga, I'm on. Okay. I got
something for you.
So he mean that's a 6 in Memphis maternity wards, not around the city though.
Shut the screen.
You gotta remember, in Memphis, they go by the rule of 6.
Shut the screen. Can you see this? Can you see this?
Six chin hairs, 600 pounds.
Hold up. Can you see this right here?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's pretty obvious right now. Obviously, you guys don't want the A, right?
Yeah, number A is the Memphis chicks typically.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Well, actually,
I saw a whole lot of those.
Actually, this is the one that is from Memphis. This one right here. But I'm saying,
I gotta point that out. I noticed that everybody you promoting is like light skin as fuck, man.
Let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all a true story. I just came through Memphis. About 5 to 6 weeks ago, right? I just came through Memphis 5 to 6 weeks ago, and I had to put my boy on WhatsApp so he could see the chick that I was talking about, right? Here's the thing with Memphis. They got a whole lot of ass, and they rest on the fact that they got a lot of ass, because she had a whole lot of everything else right along with the ass.
Okay, now hold up. Let's add something else to it, because now what about that? Would that change your mind? Would she rate higher?
Which was that?
We changed it we added a little commentary.
We did add a lot to it.
You talk about B?
100 extra pounds.
Well, B is a bolt on too.
Yeah,
that's
I'm saying, okay, obviously A wasn't the choice, but I'm saying, would you look at her background and say she's a lawyer, single, no kids?
No.
She's a lawyer, single with no kids. Of course, she ain't got no goddamn kids, but she's single.
No, with that weave and how she's dressed, she ain't a lawyer.
Over there looking like
let me explain what that picture's all
looking
about.
like Kamala from WWF.
Come on, man. You know that if you look at it, she ain't no lawyer.
So you still would go for B, even under these conditions.
Let me explain.
Choose between those two. Yeah,
let me explain this shit.
Diesels, you fuck her, but you ain't gonna go with her.
Let me explain this shit. What that picture did. That picture that you showed was the same guilty bullshit that black women show all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
None of them bitches. Excuse me.
God damn.
It's about right. It's about right.
Goddamn chips. That's that guilty shit. Well, that's the excuse for you not to go to fucking Planet Fitness and burn off that extra 150 pounds.
I don't think she's gonna burn all that off, man. That's just the way she's built.
Man, she need to go to the sun. She could burn off that shit if she flew to the sun.
No.
Let me tell y'all real quick on Kevin Samuel shit, man. A chick called in there and said she lost 100. She's 5'6", talking this shit about a high value man. She said she lost 100 pounds and was down to 250. 5'6".
That sounds about right. That sounds like A.
I'm 6'2" when I weigh 250.
Hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all boys later, man. Peace.
All right.
Bro.
Shout out to Ty City. I'll be promoting his link down in a little bit.
Hey,
okay, so this
y'all Memphis dudes be y'all Tennessee dudes be y'all be wilding, man. Y'all be wilding, man.
Well, I'm telling you the
difference.
For me, it would be a difference. I would be more interested in the lawyer single no kids than the OnlyFans and the stripper.
Yeah, man, you wouldn't date that chick, man.
Yes, I would. Now, hold on.
Well, he is from Memphis, so he would date her.
He would date her. That's true. You got that right.
No. What I'm saying is, so you're telling me that a woman's background don't matter. That's what you just said.
Nigga, wow. This is a blue pill.
All right, bro. Hold on. He's not. Let me break it down for him like this, because he's hearing the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't date either one of them.
That's true.
Okay,
that's what we're saying to you. Now, I say that, No, nigga, I wouldn't date either one of them broads. Now, B, yeah, she can get some meat.
Yeah.
I give her the meat, but that's all she gonna get.
She's a diesel. Yeah, you don't keep her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But dating, I ain't dating A. Man, see, here's something people got to start paying attention to. When you date women like that and have children with women like that, you are saying that you are going to put that burden on your daughters.
Yeah.
People got to start thinking like that, man.
And yourself.
And yourself.
And what you're noticing, and what you're noticing with this conversation is you're noticing that a lot of folks don't even put a lot of thought into this type of stuff. They just looking at, does it make my dick hard or not? and all that background shit. Listen to this, come on, man.
A don't make my dick hard. A don't make my dick hard, but I fuck with her because she got a bag.
Yeah, exactly.
We know
what you want, man. But number one, come on, Platinum. You know, goddamn well she ain't no lawyer.
Hold on.
She's a legal assistant. Why you? Who cares?
What's that smell? No, she's the whole goddamn
filter. She's a legal assistant, Platinum.
Because Kevin Samuels was talking about that. A lot of these niggas, they will fuck a bitch because they got a bag and shit, and then call him.
Oh my goodness!
Once they want to level up from that
shit.
Hurt
my heart to say that, bro.
Hey, Edward, did you smell that?
But those dudes are like the main dudes. Bullshit. They be talking about dudes that's got money are all tricking because they lead it with their wallet and shit like that.
They are.
Hey, Edward, you smell that? You smell that, Edward?
What?
It smelled like a hint of homosexual in the air.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh my god!
For real.
Oh my god! I say this shit because I'm there.
I wasn't gonna say that, Charles. I wasn't gonna say it.
Hey, here y'all go. Here y'all go, though, right?
Hey, Charles, but he is from Memphis, though. So hey.
Hey, here y'all go, though, right?
Your mileage.
Now let me ask y'all something.
A come up in Memphis is a bitch who just makes some really good fried chicken.
Here's
a question for y'all. Go ahead.
We had hold on one second, I'll get you in, but we had this conversation. This is what y'all understand. We had these conversations like years ago, and a lot of this stuff is just been BGS on the 8-hour hangouts. A lot of this stuff is being backdropped in it. And I want to be clear here. When we had the street dude debates, we're not saying all the street dudes were saying that. They wasn't. But the thing is, there's a lot of dudes that be hiding up under dudes, let's say like Angry Man, and they'll gravitate towards what he's talking about. But these are not the dudes that Angry Man would claim. These are the dudes that are on it because Angry Man don't promote homosexuality. That's homosexual shit. There's a lot of dudes that will be on that side, but in reality, they want to paint all the dudes as squares as like low key shit. Because this is what they're on. They're on that homosexual shit, and that's what happened with Bernard and me on the stream, and that Rocky dude just popped up out of nowhere. That's why he didn't bring you up, Platinum, because that dude was on that same shit, and he wanted to change the whole conversation and make it about Kevin Samuels, and then he was saying the exact same shit, and Kevin had to respond to that, and he said this is what Kevin said, and this is important. He said a lot of you niggas are conflating not having to put up with a bullshit from a female with you niggas that have to because you all don't got no real power.
There you go.
That manhood. No, that's you negotiating with a motherfucker because you don't have the ability to just chuck them and leave them as they are. That's not the same thing. And that's why dudes always try to talk, nigga, you leading with your wallet.
Check this out. Hey, let me say give me 10 seconds. Hey, hold on. Give me 10 seconds before we move on. I'm going to let y'all talk. Give me 10 seconds real quick. Give me 10 seconds. Okay. Now, what he just said there about dating that chick because she has a bag, how can y'all expect anything less than a 6 that is a lawyer or a doctor or a PhD to come in leading with her shit? If a chick that look like that can come in with less and be expected to get into a damn relationship. This is where they get the attitude.
Hold on. I'm not going to give her a relationship. I'm going to get at that bag. Now, hold up. You don't understand that, and that's fine. I'm not trying to put you there. I'm not going to cut. Hold on. I'll get both of the bitches. Both. And I'll take care of the one that's got that money to get what I want, and I'm going to take care of the other one to get what I want. And you niggas don't. Hold on. You niggas don't know how to.
No,
wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Y'all keep popping off.
No, you know who you are. Exactly.
I'm a real motherfucker. That's what I am. I'm real.
All niggas are real.
No, I'm not no celibate. No. You talking about a celibate ass nigga that's trying to hide behind a pill. That's what that is. No,
ain't no celibate niggas that hide behind a pill. They got
a celibate nigga.
You. So I know you.
No, you don't know. You know my type. But
no,
you don't
I
know
know
me.
I know your type, dude. Exactly.
You think I'm out? You damn
put
right.
up a diesel. Once you put up a diesel and a fat chick with a bag. That's why you put it up there.
And I'm
exactly.
No, that's how the game go,
that's
though.
your type, dude.
No, I'm in and out, though.
No,
I'm in and out.
Oh man, get the
no,
fuck
ain't no
out.
in and out for you. It's in and out for me.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wasn't married.
You already exposed yourself.
The problem that I have with what you're talking about is you trying to make it sound like that's some weird. You trying to make it's the same thing that Kevin was saying about that chick that was freezing.
Kevin
eggs.
does not hold up. Kevin, his whatever he does over there, I really don't listen.
Well,
I don't go by his standards.
A lot of dudes got
of course not, man.
I know who he is, bro. I know what.
I don't gotta bring up Kevin.
Obvious,
I don't gotta bring up Kevin. Let's talk about what we be talking about. The red pills is that's what you keep bringing up. The reality, because let's be clear here. Jason Black don't got respect for dudes as much as shit. Jason Black talk about the red pill. Jason Black talks. He spends most of his time talking shit about the mentality that you just displayed.
Exactly.
He said,
Jason Black is not somebody who I base my life off. I mean,
I'm not saying you have to.
But hold on. I won't say
we ain't going by what you think,
even
dude.
a black man that says fuck the red pill, you know, who's from Louisiana. That's what Jason Black basically says. That everybody from the red pill is on some bullshit. I agree with him on that. Clown, what the fuck you talking about?
Yes, exactly.
I don't care what Jason Black thinks about me. I'm gonna do my thing.
Exactly.
Who the fuck is he?
We're not talking about
the dick police.
And that's how most
you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. We know who you are, dude.
Hold up.
You just exposed yourself by saying that.
Hey, Platinum.
Hey, you are exactly what we thought you were, bro.
Platinum. Do me a favor, bro. Do me a favor, bro.
Whatever you think I am,
exactly what you
do me a favor, bro. License and registration, bro. License and registration.
I gotta call my lawyer first, so.
And he gonna be like, "You still dirty, Mackie, nigga?"
Driving dirty.
Let me tell you something. Hold up. Let me tell you something. You niggas can be out here trying to beg and marry these bitches all you want to. If you're a real motherfucker out here, you're gonna catch a come up. And I'm sorry. I don't listen to nigga on no YouTube.
You a real motherfucker, nigga. I know. Hold on, Platinum. Guess what, Platinum? I know how to make money with a phone. Selling shit. I don't need to whore myself out to fat bitches. This is I'm gonna keep it real with you. Hold on. I want to be clear here.
That's easy.
I want to modify what a term incel is, because when I see a fit nigga, when I see a nigga that ain't fat, this normal weight with a fat bitch, that is incel to me.
No, he what? Oh yeah, well, okay, well he getting some money. Well, so you're right. Hey,
I'm living for room and board. And to be fair,
here's the thing, though, bro.
Look, you niggas, look, you're right.
Ain't no you niggas, man. You just expose yourself, man. Don't give us that bullshit,
you
man.
not from around here, bro.
Don't give us this bullshit, man. Don't give us that
bullshit. What bullshit?
That bullshit you're talking about. We know you just expose who you really are, man.
No, I told you my opinion on that panel.
Exactly, dude.
That's my opinion on that panel.
Exactly.
Yeah, it goes against what you believe.
You ain't no different, man. We basically there's tons of dudes out here like you. Who said
I was?
Exactly.
Okay,
so stop trying to pretend like you just can't drop out of the sky and you doing something completely different, man. Doing the same shit all now. He's doing the same shit niggas been doing for 100 years, man. Same shit.
I mean,
ain't no difference.
I mean, and by the way,
I don't get that one. I don't get that one.
You don't understand.
You don't have to get it, but you get it, man. Stop with that bullshit. You get it, man. You get it. You just by showing those two pictures with a fat chick with a bag and a diesel chick,
and that's a picture you showed.
That's your lane, dude.
That's not what you talking. You get away. I don't know what you mean by that, but yeah. Well, first of all, hold up. I will say this. I'm not a celibate ass nigga,
but nobody
who can't get no pussy. I know, man. Yeah, I know.
Okay, hold on. So you hold on. So you saying
just like you got your opinion, I got mine, brother.
Hold on. So you saying that
you are who I think you are.
Exactly. I said who I am. You don't have to think, dude.
Celibate nigga behind a pill.
Buying pills behind pills.
You might as well be a nun.
I mean, ain't nobody on here celibate. Who are you talking about? Like,
ain't no nigga on here. What he talking about?
Celibate. Because first of all, MGTOW ain't even the black MGTOW is like almost like SYSBM. If you want, here's the thing. Shout out to Zero, and even Zero ain't celibate. First of all, MGTOW does not mean celibate, so I'm even gonna say something about them. There is no sector in the
let me say this.
Hold on, there is no sector
you don't
in
know,
the manosphere that believes in not fucking a woman.
You just got
I don't
here.
know what's in the black manosphere. There is no sector. That's why Ehbm doesn't believe in it. The MGTOWs don't believe in it. That's the closest you'll get to it. But the MGTOWs still fuck women. They just don't believe they're getting married. That's their thing.
Okay, Ed. Now, if they deliberately misinterpret and try to paint me in a fucked up way, I'm going to misinterpret them.
That's
and
not
do the same
okay.
thing. Don't do that to me.
Platinum, what did we misinterpret?
I'm showing you a panel. Those were my opinions of how I handle that panel.
No. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. You are saying, and I wish Angry Man was on here because he would definitely be able to,
I like Angry Man, but I wouldn't say we agree on everything.
You are saying that there is honor in basically coming up off fucking a fat bitch.
I said that panel. I said how
you just said it.
Go on. Okay, say
how I would handle that panel. Now, hold up. Now, let me say this right here.
I'm talking about the pictures you said. You said that you are a fat bitch because it's a come up.
You just said it.
It depends on look, bro. Okay, well, I'm gonna say something. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna give you that. I did say that. Okay, and I'm gonna stand behind it.
Have you ever done that before?
In my life, yeah, I've done that before in my life, but I didn't really get it was a hit, you know what I'm saying? It was just something I needed to do.
I'm not even mad at I'm not like
I wanted to do. No, this bitch, hold on, she had a really
I mean, look, Platinum, we know there's black men.
There was a period of time, there's a period of time I did not have access to a vehicle, and this big bitch, she had a really nice car, and I know I could get the car. And she had money. It was only for about It was only for about 5 days, and then after that, it was
only for 5 days, nigga. Oh, y'all better stop, man. Y'all better stop playing.
Like, do what you gotta do. I'm not mad at you. But my thing is, the problem is y'all come over, people will come over here, I'm not saying you and they'll start trying to act like we some weirdo lames, even though I'm
the only one that's being attacked. Though I haven't called you guys nothing.
I mean, well ain't nobody attacking. We're talking about the point. Like, we're talking about a lot of these dudes. Dudes will sit there and call us weirdo. We talk about celibacy. They don't understand what the fuck we talk about. But the reality is, the values they hold to is basically fucking fat, ugly ogre bitches for a bag. Like that sounds like what a chick would do with a dude. And it's like, for the most part, people in the manosphere, we make our money without and by the way, you know who else believes in that shit? Just to be fair, Steve the Dean talks that shit, and he was a gigolo. So there's, and I'm not even Ramil has said that niggas need to start doing porn and shit because there's money in that.
Okay.
So I'm not
trying. Hold up, not to throw any shade.
Like we weirdo ass niggas.
No, hold up, not to throw no shade, but I think he said with Alan Roger Curry. Now I was listening, but I think he said he was a bull. And I think Alan said he was a bull, and I think you get paid to be a bull.
Well, the difference with Alan Roger Curry is Alan Roger Curry would say that the women he fucked to do that was attractive. They were women he would have fucked.
Oh, okay. He didn't get that, but he told me they said they were bulls.
I'm gonna say right now, Alan ain't no way Alan dealing with Mo one and he fucking big bitches like Mo. I just want to fuck you and take that. No, Alan's not doing that. Alan's getting
why do people seem to forget that BGS's channel used to, one of the things we used to talk about frequently was how to was teaching people game.
Yeah.
Why people think it's a whole bunch of virgins over here? Why people think it's a whole bunch of virgins over here?
Yeah. I mean, basically, I got to finish writing the book. It's called The Octane Scale. Got to know a little bit about women to actually write something like that, man.
Well, BGS, didn't you say if you fucking the shit out of a bitch, you should get paid for it?
Yeah.
But the difference is it ain't no ogre bitch.
Okay, now wait a minute. Y'all got to help me out with this. So, who defines that? Like you?
What do you mean?
The way the bitch. Okay, you don't like the bitch. Okay, Charles, BGS, and I say Ed. You don't like the big bitch in the picture. That's a lawyer. Okay.
I'll give you what.
Why do you get to define what is?
That bitch?
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, this is where you guys are not fair because I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to let you guys.
We're listening.
Who gets to define beauty. Beauty is subjective.
Hold on, BBS. How about
go ahead.
You're absolutely right. When you are poor and you're starving, just like Chris Rock said about that cracker is the best thing you ever fucking
Yeah,
take.
absolutely it is.
So it's not
Eddie
about
Murphy said it. Eddie Murphy, yeah.
Hold on. It's not about the woman. It's about, would you fuck this bitch if you did not have 2 days to get money, or you're gonna be homeless? That's the question. So my question to you is, would you fuck that bitch if you had your shit together?
If you had 10 million, would you fuck?
Even if she crazy, because a lot of dudes will do. Let's take the big bitch out of it. There's a lot of dudes. Let's say you dealing with the same chick that's a B chick, but the other chick is crazy as fuck, meaning she's liable to maybe shoot you, slit your wrist, do some crazy shit. And a lot of dudes may not fuck an ugly chick, but a lot of dudes will fuck a chick that's crazy as hell because she got some money and maybe she look kind of good. And if a dude had options, he might not necessarily do that. So it's not just the big bitch. My point is, we in the black manosphere, we teach dudes to be aware of that. See, if you want to make that decision, you can make it, but don't try to delude yourself into, well, that's just how the game go. No, that's not how the game go. That's some shit you doing. And
would he fuck if he had $10 million? Would he fuck that fat chick?
I mean, it's some dudes that would.
Would he fuck that fat chick if he had 10 million?
I'm gonna tell you what you guys do when you.
Oh no! I'm going to answer the question for me first.
No.
Answer the question first. It's a simple question. You know what he just did? Y'all see what he just did? He is refusing to let me make my point because he sees he knows I got him. Would you fuck her? Would you fuck her if you had 10 million?
We're talking about women.
Would you fuck her if you had $10 million? Would you fuck that fat chick?
We're talking about a photo woman. I don't know that woman.
Oh my God! See what he did? You didn't know when you put her up there.
He would.
You didn't know when you put her up there. You know what, BJS? You know what, BJS? Hold on, BJS. BJS, know what? No, he wouldn't. You know what? You know what? No, he wouldn't. Now that's why I asked that. You know why? Because what he was sitting up here talking about who are we to judge beauty, right? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. The reason I asked him about that $10 million is because if you only gonna fuck a chick like that when you broke, that means that's a hard time, bitch. That means even in your opinion, she's ugly. That's a hard time chick, even to him. And if he got 10 million, he ain't breathing her fucking way.
Well, and my thing, and this is the thing about beauty. I mean, we know what we're talking about. This is all I'm saying. We want to talk. The main thing about the red pill is awareness. So as long as people are talking in good faith, you good. This is why we are arguing with the females. Even if you try to argue, because some people will argue, well, what Kevin is saying ain't red pill because he's talking about marriage. But guess all the friction. I know you don't listen to Kevin, but everybody else that does. Look at all this stuff. We talk about bitches that weigh 200 pounds, 200. Hell, there was a man that weighed as much as what you talking about, Platinum. That chick said she lost 100 pounds and she's still weigh 250. Still losing more weight, but she was still at 190, 5'6". And the thing about it is, a lot of these women, they think their value is higher than what it is because they think they can get dick because they got a job and dudes are basically fucking. And this is what Kevin got mad. They got mad when he said this. He said, "Them motherfuckers are fucking you for a bag." And they're all that. No, they're not. But then again, the shit don't never lead nowhere, and them niggas move on, and that's what they were. So
this what kills me about you guys. You too, Charles. I know you're a police officer. I'm ashamed when I'm hearing this stuff coming.
Oh my God, what's going on here, man? What is going on here?
Hold on. BGS, and you guys claim you care about black men. You care about the black men, the situation in the community, and you shame a guy who's providing the service that a woman wants and needs, and then he's getting the upgrade or that necessary monetary, financial help assistance to make himself. He might become a police officer. Yet you're shaming him for doing. I don't get that. You guys kill me with that.
Platinum. Hold on for a second.
When it's not even you doing it, and it's beauty subjective.
Platinum. Hold on for a second. The thing is, you mischaracterized me. Whatever. Everybody knows what I said about homosexuals, right? I said they're part of the ecosystem. They provide. Charles can tell you, they provide a service. They keep the chicks, them fat chicks, them ugly chicks, off everybody else's ass. I said, stop shaming them because they provide a service. Okay, I never shamed the dude for. Charles can tell you, I never shamed a homosexual in my life. I said, leave them alone because they doing good.
They doing God's work because
they're doing God's work.
The fat bitches are trying to thank me.
So I'm not shaming people. Oh, see, I'll go get you in, Melody, because Melody will get a female opinion real quick. I'm just pop back up, Melody. But I'm not shaming either. I'm just saying, like, first of all, people come in here about this game shit, talking about you niggas ain't getting pussy, you niggas ain't doing that, when in actuality, number one, that's not true, and number two, this is the values you all hold to. So I mean, I'm gonna take the shit that I'm talking about over the shit you talk about. Like, if I'm talking to a dude, first of all, if a dude is in that situation, he's done a lot of fucking up to even get in that situation. And number two, I'm gonna because at the end of the day, that's no different than tricking, man. Once you start let's stop acting like it's a whole bunch of niggas that
it's just reverse. It's just reverse. That's all.
They came out of it. They came out of it, and these niggas. At some point, I had to fuck a fat bitch to come up in life.
Yeah, now getting out of jail. Yeah,
doing that just like that's a mentality. Like tricking is a mentality.
Yeah, it is.
I
what it
follow
is.
you, but we can't act like what you call it. I don't even know what that is. Homosexual.
You using your dick to going from woman to woman as a living.
Look, I'll be for real. There's a lot of men who do that. Men,
exactly.
So
exactly.
At the end of the day,
call them that.
Well, I don't see the difference between. I mean, if it's a mutual exchange,
nobody ever.
Hold on. It is no different. Hold up, like you said, the tricking, right? Like you guys, okay, look, let me tell you something. The game guys, the players, if you guys attack the players unfairly, make up these definitions of homosexuals, try to shame them, they're going to attack you back.
Okay, so Platinum,
you're not going to like it.
Who cares?
He thinks having a name for him is the same as attacking him. That's what it is. He thinks having a name means you're attacking him.
In fact, the homosexuals laugh at it because they know that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but I don't even like dudes who trick. I look like that's what you got to do, bro.
No, but But the difference is you just associated dudes that fucking in order for a place to stay with a player. That is not a player.
That's not a player.
Player would be able to get a bitch that he already want to fuck to basically. And by the way, a player is gonna get a hell of a lot. Man, even Glenn and Cameron was talking about that shit. That motherfucker 50 years old talk about getting money out of these white chicks or fucking bitches married.
Let me ask you, Ed, because you know these spaces real well. You know it. So I'm asking.
I know the lane I stay in, but go ahead.
Be honest. There are players on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's some. Yeah, I know a few. Yeah, I know a few.
And I'm talking about people.
I know a few. I know a few. I know more than a few. I know a few. The thing is, you don't know them because they don't because they haven't revealed it to you. I know more than a few.
There's players on YouTube.
There's players on YouTube.
I'm yet to hear one channel on YouTube.
Platinum, how long have you been around on YouTube in these spaces?
Probably about 2 years.
Dude.
No, okay.
You've been around 10 years.
Okay.
Sinful the P.
Yeah.
They got pimps on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, there are players on YouTube. They teach you game. There's people that sell courses on the shit.
In fact, I had one on
my
Locario. I had one on my one on my live stream. Just my last live stream. Dr. E. Harlan Scott, right? Mm-hmm. He's been in the beauty industry. Basically, his best friend is a pimp, right? They know game inside and out because he's been around these bitches for like 30 years. He be dropping game left and right, man. And just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean they're not there. And there's tons of them on here.
Ocean of entertainment.
I will agree with you. There are a lot of relationship coaches. Announced pimps, guys who've come out and say they are pimps.
All right, man.
Wait a minute.
No. I mean, hey, dude, you don't gotta believe me. Go to Sin for the Peace channel. I mean, everybody just
he's got a record. Yeah,
so what are you saying? Well, he ain't really just saying that, and it's not even Freeze is another.
Well, you're looking at two different things. That's pimping. I'm saying it's a different aspect.
Here's the issue, bro. Just because they
got some good videos. So no, I like some of the stuff.
Here's what you're mistaken. We're not trying to attack people just because they got the name homosexual. That's not a name to make fun of them. It's literally saying, hey, somebody who has sex with women so that he'll have somewhere to sleep. Otherwise, he's going to be homeless. He'll be a hobo. It's not to make fun of him. That's I think that's where you're messing up. We're not trying to make fun of them.
I got you. Because actually, I'm gonna be for real. Hold up, you guys trying to put me in that position, but I'm saying that's a lot of black.
No, we're not.
Wait, because of that panel. You think because I'm sitting up there answering the panel because I'm putting myself in the position. I'm like saying, well, if a nigga ain't got nothing else going for me.
What panel are we talking about, man?
That little piece I had put up, and I had put that on the bottom.
We haven't seen it. We all going by what you're saying right here.
Yeah, my subscribers.
We're talking about a panel. We haven't even seen the panel, man.
I'm talking about what we're talking about right now.
Right now.
The photo I put up.
Okay, so I'm talking about the photo as you showed.
Yeah, but we didn't make fun of you because you put the photo up. What we're saying is that's what you showed us. That's how you roll. We're not making fun of you because of it.
And the biggest thing in this conversation is that I disagree right now is you're associating being a player with like doing that. Fucking a fat bitch to stay is not being a player. Driving a bitch's car that ain't yours ain't being a player. Players are going to be able to extract a hell of a lot more from a bitch that got a hell of a lot more money if they're going to be associated with that, if they choose to do that. But that's not the same thing as like on some death. It's two different sides of the scale. And the problem is you got a lot of dudes to be on that homosexual shit. Take you out of it. Like, because you ain't the only one with this opinion of the manosphere. They be on that homosexual shit and they'll try, like I just said it, they will get under people like Angry Man, or they'll get under people like the PUAs and then try to, make it seem like we're just blanketing everything. When in actuality, we're talking about a very specific thing. We're talking about a very specific thing. And as far as MOT with going after the game stuff, I agree with some of the stuff he says, but I think even when he was going with Ron Wills, I felt like he was going a little bit too far with that. But because Ron Mills don't piss nobody off. But my point is, y'all trying to make it like this binary thing where it's not. That shit, at the end of the day, if you're in a situation, and I'll give you a little bit of rope if it's somebody that just got out of jail, because I know how they fuck with black men and just got out of prison as far as what that felony can do to a dude as far as opportunities. But if you ain't got no felony on you and you fucking for food, you done fucked up as a man. People are not gonna tell me that you gonna put somebody that actually did the shit went either
Hey, Edward, I know like 30 guys, man. 30 guys that in their 40s and 50s been doing that shit since they were teenagers, man, rotating between 4 or 5 chicks, man.
And they gonna say that makes them more of a man than a motherfucker that actually went.
I got no problem with it. You do. Talk about you do. Where you at now, man? Oh man, my old girl had to put me out, man. Had to call my other girl, man, so I could go hook up with her.
These be the main niggas, man. Money don't make a man.
Now this bitch talking shit, man. I'm gonna have to bounce in a minute, man. God damn it, when you stop this shit, man. Man, they said the game.
We need to point out something too here about the two chicks that was up.
Hold on. That's Jason Black's trigger word. When niggas start saying money doesn't matter, it's about being a manhood. Fuck Kevin. Jason Black. That's an instant road from Jason Black. Go call him.
Okay.
Here's another thing about them two chicks that was up there though. That stripper likely makes a lot more money than that fucking attorney's assistant. So if you're going for the bag, you're gonna go for her.
But guess what though?
Dude, strippers make more money than most lawyers.
But the stripper ain't desperate.
Especially if they look like her.
But that's the desperation of it though. The stripper is not desperate though, because she knows she got dudes that's gonna pay her.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Okay, so wait a minute. So if the man has, wait a minute, because you did it again.
Platinum,
you did it again. No, you did it again.
Calm down, Platinum.
No,
you ain't. Calm down.
I'm talking over because you got to step on me. No,
we gonna keep stepping on you unless you calm down. You got all night.
If the both women want the man, and he chooses the financial option, you cannot criticize the man. He's not saying.
Let him finish.
He's not saying B told him no. Now, I'm telling you, dudes,
let him dig the hole.
They're going to do both. They're going to do both. One is going to get what he wants from B, which would be sexual. What he wants from A, which would be financial. Now, Call them whatever you want to. Whatever. Go recreate a new term.
Ain't nobody fucking no fat bitch.
In other words, what those basically, no matter what that other chick looks like, man, she's a bottom level chick. Okay, she is. I don't care what she looks like. She's a bottom level chick. Okay, the other one is fat. You say she's a lawyer, but look at the way she's dressed. She's not that far from it. Those two things, they have more in common than they don't.
No, hold on, wait a minute, BGS. It's in a which putting up a hypothetical panel to make, to draw, like a conclusion. I'm not saying, I don't know neither one. Well, I actually know B, but I'm just saying I really don't know them. So I'm just saying, like, so if one is a lawyer with money and one is,
a stripper
with an OnlyFans, and she want to,
and they're both bottom level chicks, man.
To you. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Most people.
That's where you're being unfair. No, you're being unfair.
No, she's bottom level chick. She's
BGS.
Let me ask you.
BGS, if you can get Beyonce and all the others,
would you marry her?
Would I marry either one of them? No.
Yeah. Well, then they're bottom level chicks. You won't marry her, then she's a bottom level chick.
Well, and another thing I'm gonna add in here too is understand that if you what this kind of never enters into is if you have to reduce yourself to doing that shit, nigga, you have failed in the economy. You have failed to compete as a man in this fucking economy. So when in America, and this is why a lot of niggas that say this will always be on a white supremacy tip and all of that shit because they want to make an excuse. But when it comes to getting bitches, it's like that shit doesn't enter into it. It's on some manhood shit. That's the issue I got with it. It's like people will come in here and be like, well, you niggas, all it takes is manhood and money doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, this is how you use your manhood on some fucking reverse hoeing. That's really what. And then
actually. Well, do you know what pimping is?
It's reverse.
This is what you're talking about, ain't pimping.
No, I'm just saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's all pimping is.
Yeah, of course it did.
So you hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
I just said that earlier in this shit. So you are really. So you telling me? I want to be clear. So you telling me is fucking a chick you would ordinarily not fuck if you had your shit together.
No. See, that's
not just one.
Adding stuff
like
to
3 or 4. 3 or 4. That's
okay.
pimping. That's pimping. You fucking and get money from.
Pimping is getting paid by bitches. Pimps mostly they don't go after bitches like that. I'm just saying that's what pimping is. Pimping is getting paid. Because I keep saying you got no. The guys who are players, they're not.
No, you know the difference between a pimp and a gigolo. You know,
no, not pimp. No. That's more gigolo and player have more in common than pimp.
No, I said gigolo and pimp.
Pause a second, Platinum, so people can actually get in. Go ahead, Edward.
No, do you know the difference between a gigolo? This is the chick that played Thunder from Lightning, by the way. Do you know the chick? Do you know the difference between a pimp and a gigolo? Because that's not the same thing. What you describing is more gigolo shit.
Yeah, I do know the difference between a pimp and a gigolo.
Okay, so I'm saying what you're describing is more gigolo shit because the pimp.
I just said that. I said I said you guys say pimp, and that's a whole different.
We know what a pimp is. We know.
Okay, we just said reverse hoeing, right?
Reverse.
It's not exactly
gigolo.
that.
That's what a gigolo does. Is what you're talking about.
No, a gigolo is a hoe. Just does it for women.
But that's what you talking about. That's why I said reverse hoeing. Like, because you basically describing a gigolo, and that's not a pimp. So you try to mix stuff up in order to amplify it a little bit.
No, a pimp provides certain services and needs necessary for the woman.
And that's not
but it's in exchange for money.
Of course.
I get that. That's where they combine, but that's why they have different terminologies, because it's not the same.
Okay.
I mean, look. I mean, shit. You could be a dude basically with an OnlyFans fucking bitches. That doesn't make you jiggle. That makes you like a porn star or some shit like that. It's a difference. What I'm saying, I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. My point is the only issue that I want to highlight here is a lot of folks will come in the manosphere, not know what we talked about, and then they will sit here and they say, "Oh, well, y'all niggas don't believe in fucking." Basically, associate a whole bunch of dudes with that, and then when you start to have them put what they believe, they start believing really some undercover, fucking money doesn't matter, nigga. Shit, low level nigga shit.
Let me add on to that.
And then you act like, nigga, Charles is a cop in Baltimore.
He sees us all the time.
Let me add on to that.
Out of the fucking 80s. Yeah, act like you motherfuckers ain't seen no
Ain't seen shit. I know tons of guys just like Platinum, man.
Let me add on to that real quick. What you just said.
Yes, I do.
I know tons of guys
here's just like you do. Yes,
here's the issue is that people don't take it lightly when people come over here trying to insult their manhood, right? So how does a guy now? Let's be honest. Most of the dudes fucking with chicks like this didn't just get out of prison, or maybe never even been to prison, right? But you need a chick. You've been out here, and let's say you did get out of prison 5 years ago, and still fucking around like this. Don't nobody want to hear a motherfucker come over there and talk down to them because they ain't got 3 or 4 bitches they juggling, but they handling their business, paying their own fucking bills. Nobody want to hear that shit, man. Because the only thing people can say, "Oh, you ain't fucking a whole lot of bitches." Nigga, you got fuck bitches to live.
How dare you have enough money to buy a bitch if you want to do some, if you own another side, nigga, you need to do it for free. This is really what these niggas are talking about when they say that shit.
There's nothing wrong with being having a good job and getting your promotions and being being an airplane pilot, but that's got nothing to do with when you're not at work and what your relationship game is. That's two different things.
But it's not relationship game.
That ain't relationship game.
For places to stay.
I know. You're talking about
one thing if we talk about fucking a chick like this, like let's say, okay, fuck that fat bitch is a lawyer.
Our 9 to 5 ends at 5 o'clock. Your 9 to 5 is as long as she wants to give you shit.
He's 12 to 5. He's 12 to 5.
Dude. In the middle of the night, look, you be a fat bitch, man. But you got to do it, otherwise she gonna get mad and pull the whole card.
He tries to be gone before the cock crows 3 times, man.
Like this now,
try to sneak out with his shoes in his hand.
But they gotta have her permission to leave BGS, so he don't go no.
Hey, you
that'd be the problem.
Good. Hey, meet you fucking real good. You put her to sleep and you eat.
Okay, I got you. You talking about a sneak attack?
Let's say you getting money from a chick like this, and she's a lawyer, and then you getting money from her. Then that's a different story. Now you talk about being on some player shit. And really, hey, dude, to each his own. Nobody has a problem with that. But people will sit here and try to idealize things when in actuality, that's low-key what they selling. Let me be very clear here. I'm not going to beat up a dude that's doing that. But number one, a dude like that is liable to have problems. Another thing, I don't want to talk to no bitch about him getting permission to do shit. So the reality of the situation is, you have dudes that will sit there and shit on people like me that's basically getting money in other aspects of the economy, but then this is what the fuck they're doing, and they want to say it on. You talking celibacy, you talking this, you talking that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? No, nobody never said that. This is why Jason Black knew how to throw the sex doll bullshit out there. And then I know I ain't talking about you playing, but you look at that chat, them niggas go sex doll. I can't understand, but this is the shit they doing on the low too. It is what it is, but don't be disingenuous.
But a woman like the woman that's on the screen, right?
Yeah, this is the chick that was thunder.
Wait a minute. I don't look at her and assume that she's not a professional. I don't just look at you got.
I didn't say that, but I know you did.
No. What I'm saying is that she can look like that and come with a bag, but guys are out there still. That's a part of. They're gonna address that woman off of a lot of things. They're not gonna just look at she's an attractive woman, but listen to what I'm saying. There are men out there who still won't fuck with her if they can't get a financial come up. I'm sorry, and then you can't have an honest conversation if every time you say something that goes against the dogma that's put out, you're gonna get criticized.
What is the dogma?
Oh my God! All right.
Okay, now what he just said. It's important what you just said. Dudes who won't fuck with a chick that look like that if they can't get a financial come up. There's a difference between a dude getting money from a chick just because he wants it, just because that's his standard, and a dude getting money from a chick because he can't get money on his fucking own. He needs it from her. Those are two different things. I don't disagree with you.
I don't disagree at all.
Okay, well, what you just said, a dude that's like, I just don't even fuck with chicks, like basically. I respect the nigga that say, look, nigga, I got it like that to where a bitch got to pay me.
Yeah.
Just because she gotta pay me, even if I make 10 million a year, bitch still gotta pay me. I respect a nigga like that, but most of these niggas getting money from chicks ain't doing that.
Hey,
No,
most of the
no, I wouldn't say most, but I say.
Yeah, well, what did I just say a few months ago?
Yeah, you said if you're gonna be dudes, you stop giving up the dick for free.
You don't fuck for free.
Yeah, so we understand what you're talking about, but that's not really what you're saying. You trying to?
No, that's what I'm saying. You guys keep trying to.
Man, no,
I put up a panel.
Come on,
I pulled it off Google. I don't know those women.
Okay, let's ask them then. What is it that you're saying that you believe we're disagreeing with?
Go back to the one when she was in the pool. I'm gonna show you what my opinion. Okay, that's her right there.
Yeah,
is that her?
Yeah.
I'm
talking about the one that was in the pool and shit.
That's the same one. It's the same page. Her. I just told you. I'm not judging. I'm not looking at her saying, okay, damn, she's attractive. She got a nice body. Oh, she got her OnlyFans. I don't know all of that. I'm telling you that my approach to her would be like, we can get to know each other, but I want some money for my time.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Is the money because you need it, or is the money because you want it?
I want it.
Okay, if you don't need her for money, and that's your mentality, nigga, my hats goes off to you, bro. Cause that nigga right there, he really got control of his fucking masculinity. If you say, bitch, I ain't giving you no dick unless you fucking pay.
You really trying to tell me Platinum that a whole bunch of niggas like, you know what, I can't fuck this bitch. Cause why, dog? Man, she looked good. She was ready to, we were ready to fuck, but she wasn't gonna pay me. She had like
99% of niggas is not moving like that. 99%.
This is what I'm gonna hold on, wait a minute.
This is I see why.
See, you got now for to get stepped on.
I see why Memphis. I see why y'all got a single motherhood problem. This is the way
that's where they move.
Why Memphis is the best, as Jason Black would say, the best.
Let me ask him this. Platinum.
I'm not in Memphis tonight.
If I went to Memphis, right?
I'm not in Memphis tonight. Go ahead.
Let me ask this question though. Let me ask this question. The next time I roll through Memphis, if I grab the first 100 dudes I saw, are you telling me that at least 99 of them wouldn't fuck her for free?
I can't speak for other men.
Oh, bro, come on, bro. Let me tell you this, because you said that before. I need you to hear this, BGS. Bro, do you understand that? Do you understand that there are generalities in society? Like, here's something in general. Black men are faster than white dudes. Do you agree with that in general?
Okay, but also I don't look down on black men. So
it's not about looking down on it. You keep on looking at it as judgment. I'm stating the fact. Never mind the judgment part. Just facts. Just the facts. On average, 99 out of every 100 dudes in Memphis, even in LA, nigga, do you realize that 99 out of every 100 rich dudes go fuck her?
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna tell me that 99 out of every 100 dudes that's just average motherfuckers ain't fit fuck her.
See, this is the problem with black men, our ego. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I would get some money. I'm gonna tell you.
Really? No,
I'm going to tell you why I would get money.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I ain't talking about you, bro. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the masses. I'm talking about the masses.
Hold on a second. Did this nigga just say what's wrong with black dudes is ego? You? Come out of your mouth.
No, go back up.
No, wait a minute.
Yes, it did.
That's chick from Black Lightning.
Hey, did BGS hit him with the pot calling the kettle?
Black. Oh shit. Yeah. Shit.
Oh, that is
no. I'm gonna tell you what. Hold up. My conversation. Hold up, Mike.
Hey,
listen to me, brother.
No iron skillet.
Can I please?
It's black.
I'm done.
All that coal and all that kind of shit. That's what you just did, bro.
What I'm trying to say to you, bro.
Platinum, are you common?
The reason I would get money off of her, I'm telling you.
Are you common? Are you a common guy? Are you common? Are you average?
I don't consider myself common, no.
Okay, do you know what you just said there? If you're not the common man, then you can't hold your standards to the common guy. We're talking about on average.
Okay,
If
what I'm
you're
talking
not
about.
average, you can't talk about your stuff. You know what you sound like right now? You sound like Gabrielle Union, Nia Long in her prime, all these baddest bitches sitting here saying, I don't know why bitches ain't got motherfuckers buying them houses and cars. Bitches, you ain't average. Of course they doing that for you. If you got bitches like that paying you, you can do that. When we're talking, we're speaking in generalities, man. You can't apply yourself to everybody else.
Okay,
Jay-Z can't go out here to the average black dude talking about you don't own a yacht, nigga. You ain't got a Maybach, nigga. You ain't got a
right.
fucking $10 million watch, nigga. You know how Floyd Mayweather will sound applying himself to the fucking.
On a side note, can we keep that picture as the screensaver? Just saying. Now continue.
That's a bad motherfucker right there, though. I'll be honest
Oh,
with you. I don't know about you, brother, but if
wait a minute.
that
Wait a
right
minute.
there,
What
I'm
does that
fucking her
go
for
say?
free. I'm
No,
fucking her
no.
for
I'm
free.
gonna tell you how you could. I'm gonna tell you how you would. If you try to fuck her for free, you don't get no pussy. If you put a charge to her, wait a minute. If you put it, hold up, it's a way to do it. I'm not now. Let's be for real. I'm not gonna walk up to the bitch. Hey, bitch. You know, if you fuck with me, I gotta get some money out of you. I don't know her background, and I don't know if she into the hoeing and all. So I'm not. I wouldn't come at her like that. That's crazy. But when we conversate, I'm gonna let her know that if you want to have a relationship with me, if you want to go to Brazil, if you want to be with me, I can't speak on them other lame ass niggas. I'm gonna define them dudes for her. I can't talk about what the Tricks is doing. I know you got Tricks all in your social media and shit. You're gonna look at me, them Tricks and stuff. I'm not them. Okay, that's not my move. Now
I got you.
We can do this, but you know, hey, it's just me, and maybe I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, but I'm gonna need about 500, and you know, you got to pay for the vacation, and you know, so it's just like that, and that's what it is. And
Now
it's
let me
gonna be like
respond
that.
to you
Now,
real quick.
Hold on. That's what I'm gonna come at. I'm telling you, if she's interested, now this is the difference. If she's interested, because she's gonna say, who is this dude talking to me like this when I got this DM full of lames and Tricks? Who is this guy who would dare say this to me? That's gonna get her pussy wet. And I got
you. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. You gotta understand something. There's a wide chasm between making her pay and then me sitting over here all over her like a goddamn hound dog. A bitch like that, she's so used to getting attention, all you gotta do is not have a little bit of game and not give her the attention that she fucking wants. You ain't gotta charge her. If I go to that bitch, I just got a decent little fucking conversation, show her a little bit, you know how it is. Hold up your fucking arm a little bit when you order the fucking drink. She can see a little bit of goddamn muscle. She checking out your face tone. You a decent looking motherfucker. You dressed all right, maybe got a little a cologne on you, shit like that. You holler at that bitch, but she wonder why you ain't all over her. That's all she need. She used to motherfuckers being all over her. Nigga, who are you to not be all over her? I ain't got to charge her for shit. All she got to feel like is that I don't really need her pussy because I already got some shit lined up.
Yeah, but see, I follow you, but this is the thing. By me coming at her like that, now this is what you got to understand. Most guys who talking like me, they don't even get to first base with her. Now I got on a date. Now once I get her where I want her, she's gonna be under my control because I'm gonna do the talking, and I'm gonna finesse her from there. So I get it from. She'll give it to me because at the end of the day, she wants me. That's what I'm saying.
Give it to both. Here's the thing: she'll give it to both of us, though. That's what you're not getting. It's all about degrees. It's all about degrees,
if it's between me and you, I'm telling you, it's between me and you, because of what she's experiencing in her DMs and these beta niggas and shit breaking their neck, and the waiter and the dude, the security, all the way these niggas is breaking themselves to the bitch. She gonna fuck with me because who's this dude who would dare come at me like that? I'm telling you, I'm gonna
now
fuck with
let's say that's the case. Let's say that's the case, though, right? Let's say that's the case. So here's what it comes down to.
All right,
me and you in a fucking iPod. You just took off?
Yeah.
All right. Here's what it comes down to. So me and you in a nice spot.
Because that'll be 3 hours.
So me and you in a nice spot, right? And this bitch is she moving back and forth and shit, whether we know it or not. She's talking to both of us. Yours may sound more bold more outlandish, and you might pull that bitch. Here's the thing though, is that even if she fuck with you, that bitch will still come back on another time and fuck with me. It ain't that I ain't pulling a bitch. You might get her, but how many motherfuckers like you gonna be in the spot on that average? Remember, we talk about on average. On average, it ain't many motherfuckers that move like that. Not many motherfuckers move like you, bro.
Well, no, I agree with
So,
you.
so what I'm saying is, you might be the Usain Bolt of this shit, but if I'm Jerry Rice or Warren Moon, nigga, I'm pulling a whole lot of bitches. I ain't gotta be. Look, you can be Incredible Hulk. I'm Thor. How many motherfuckers are strong as Thor? Not many. You can be the Hulk. That's fine. Thor pulling a lot of bitches.
Yeah, but
Okay, right. Superman. You know what I'm saying? So,
but my thing too though is I don't mean to jump in this, but like,
no, do your thing.
One thing about black, this is what I'm talking about with game. Black men will distill into whole. This is what Zero calls nigga tales, and he's absolutely right. And Platinum, let's assume you telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But the problem is you'll be saying this shit, and there'll be a whole bunch of agreeable niggas just lying out their fucking teeth, and now it just becomes a whole bunch of nigga telling, nigga explaining about fantastical pussy stories that half these motherfuckers just absolutely lying about getting. A lot of times. Them niggas will be the best because it happens with the swirler channels where all them chicks that subscribe to those swirler channels and you know how I know this is true because shout out to O'Shea. O'Shea does videos about how these chicks be taking the men of these women when they see them. That's why these women don't show their men like that because these subscribers would be in their DMs and he leave them for a fucking subscriber. So you know that half these women don't actually got a man is desperate. You see the same thing in the reverse. You could be telling the truth because usually the YouTuber, if he puts his receipts out there, is telling the truth. But you got a whole bunch of niggas like listening to that and what they're doing is they're living vicariously through that. And that's actually one thing that happened in the 2000s with the game industry anyway. You had a whole bunch of white boys that really took that shit to Tariq Allen and some other black people, remixed it in some mystery method or the system, and then basically what you had was people marketing to other people and they weren't doing shit with the information. They were just living vicariously through them. Now that's not the people's fault that sold it. That at the end of the day, that's the audience. That's the audience. But the point is, then them niggas wanted to turn into MGTOW. My main point is with black men, a lot of dudes are fucking fronting. Like they talk about, if I do this, all the shit, man, it's very few dudes that's really doing that shit like that. Also, even if I'm gonna give you the best before, usually what dudes are gonna do, if they're gonna pull the shit you pulling, they are not going to do that shit before they fuck once. Because number one, most bitches are not going to take you at your word with that. You are going to have to make them cum their fucking brains out and get them addicted. Just like a drug dealer, the first one's free. So the shit you even talking about doing that shit the first time, usually dudes got to hit first. So now you give it something for a chick to fucking think about. You don't start asking her for money before she fucked the first time. Because at the end of the day, you just be a nigga talking shit.
Now, according to you, according to BGS, that's a homosexual, whatever that is. No, I'm telling you.
Homosexual. What makes a homosexual is a dude that's doing that because they're desperate. But there are dudes that make money doing other shit. Just like, by the way, you don't have to be a mechanic to know how to fix cars. But because that's a skill that you have, then you can buy cars for free. You could buy fixer uppers. You have economics with that. It's the same thing with women. You could be a dude that works anywhere, but you know how to fuck. So the thing is, here's the thing. Go ahead.
Look, not all fingers are thumbs, but all thumbs are fingers. So just because a guy's a gigolo doesn't make him a hobosexual.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? But all homosexuals are gigolos, whether you're getting paid in dollars or you're getting paid in a place that's room and board. You get what I mean? So right. So we're not saying that everybody who sells dick is doing it out of desperation. We know not everybody that sells dick to do. Hell, pimps sell dick most of the time. Most of the time, these bitches got to do something for him to fuck. We ain't calling them desperate.
No, let's talk
those
about
are
that.
exceptions.
No, wait a minute, Edward. Wait a minute, Edward, because I understand the game. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. A lot of, especially 2020, a lot of P's, they're not following the rules of the game. They're cutting deals. Hold up, they cutting deals. They are selling dick. They're not stomped down. They're not
Are they
putting
selling
bitches
it out of
down.
desperation?
No, I'm saying it's about fucking more than it is about pimping. A lot of them. And now,
all right, let me be very clear here. Dude,
So you're saying it's out of desire?
hold on. Let me be very clear. Even a dude that's like built like even a dude that's built like Biggie, if he know how to fuck, he's gonna have a good looking chick he can get
He gonna have
money
a fucking
from.
harem.
So let's be clear here. When a dude is trying to get money from a fat bitch, that's him paying for being there, and that's the best she could do, even paying. So if I see a dude with a fat bitch, unless she's rich, which that is not the norm, I'm not talking about no 6-figure money. I'm talking about like rich. Then that's the best that nigga could do too. So, this idea that it's all part of the plan is bullshit.
Now,
and a lot of y'all are trying to sell it like that.
Ed, one thing I noticed about you, you make a lot of points when you talk. You'll make about 50. It's hard to push back because you'll be on the next point and the next point.
Shit, well, pick one. I mean, I'll go whichever one you want to pick. But I mean, the thing is, I'm telling you, I know all the angles. The reason why I put out a lot of points is not to act like I'm super smart. It's to let you know I'm, number one, actively listening to what you say. So, and number two, I've considered a lot of the angles that you're talking about. It's not like I'm just having a conversation. I know people that do this shit. I know people that pull that bullshit. I know people that do it. I know a lot of people that extract shit. If you're gonna pull that shit, you do that shit with a white bitch, because usually they got more money what black women got, to be honest. And plus you ain't gotta fuck them as good. I mean, so I know niggas that know how to, and you go get the bitches from the, and if you gotta get a black chick, you get them from the fucking suburbs, because that's where
Would you agree? Would you agree that pretty chicks pay for dick? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, yes, they do. Now hold up, let me say this right here.
I don't.
Okay, yes, they do.
Chicks don't gotta pay for
they do.
Wait a minute. Yes, they do.
They can, but they often don't.
Okay. Listen. Whether we like it or not, and I'm not trying to get loud, BGS, calm down, play. Look, whether we like it or not, there are a percentage, and you guys can put whatever number you want on it, who are not bothered or troubled by these bitches. For whatever reason, maybe it was God, they just have a lot of bitches fucking with them, DMs, at work, their life. So yes, bitches, for those guys, yeah, they want them. And they want them. They can't get them. They married. They can't get them. They got a girlfriend. They can't get them. Their girlfriend is
so once again, you're trying to make it about, like, you're trying to see, the thing is, you keep on trying to, number one, the thing too is you're painting this space for something that it's not. And from the outside looking in, basically, and see, this is why we talk about a gynocracy, because what you're essentially describing is these are dudes that benefit from the gynocracy as is. That's no different than drug dealing. In the 80s was probably in the modern era, especially outside of civil rights, the 80s was probably one of the worst times for black. It's pretty much wrecked the black community culturally, and black community has never recovered from that. It's really been on a sliding scale since then. But do you realize that for a lot of dudes, the 80s and early 90s, before they passed the 3 strike laws, was probably like a golden age for certain black people? But we would never associate those black people, black men in particular, as probably our best. We would, because this was the opportunity for a lot of lowbrow black men to flip the tables and basically benefit from a situation. And I'm gonna keep it real. Let's compare. Take black men off the table. Let's look at the LGBT shit. There are certain things that you can do. It's a golden time to be gay in America today. There's things that you can do now that 10 years ago was unheard of. There's certain things that you could do now that 30 years ago, even for you to think that shit, you would be on some suspect shit. But the reality is, for them to flourish, the system has to be broken in a certain way. And let's talk about black LGBT people. You can never have a truly black LGBT situation in an intact black community. So even if I take away like the game stuff, they thrive on the dysfunction that's going on. So they are invested in things being fucked up. So the reality is, you got a lot of dudes that, when we talk about this, being aware of this and this knowledge of this and this gynocracy shit, these niggas are approaching that, well, my come up is gonna get fucked up, so therefore I'm gonna paint this shit however I want to paint it. So that means you're just invested in the system being fucked up. You're invested in a whole bunch of bastard babies, single mothers, and all of that, because that allows you to benefit and basically thrive all that. That makes you no different than a fucking drug dealer. But go ahead, selling crack to their mama.
So here's where I was going with even pretty chicks pay for dick. Right? Here's why they pay for dick. And Edward, as soon as I say this, I know you're gonna understand it because you're in sales. It's called opportunity cost, right? So let's say that you had a chance to.
Wait a minute. Did you call him an incel?
No. I said chicks, even pretty chicks.
No. You
not
said
all of them.
You said incel or in what? You said he was what?
No.
He said opportunity. He said I'm in.
I said opportunity cost.
Like
my fault. I'm sorry. He said even in sales. I got you now.
Yeah. Edward's in sales.
Okay,
right?
I thought you called it incel. My fault.
No. So even pretty chicks pay for dick. It's called opportunity cost, right? So let's say you get a job overseas offering you $1 million a year, but you don't leave because the bitch is keeping you here. You just paid $1 million a year to stay with this bitch. At the same time, these bitches right here, it's certain dudes where they don't fucking make him do the shit that the typical motherfucker would have to do. So they're missing out. That's money that they're losing by giving up their youth, by giving up their fucking time, by giving up their fucking womb, especially if they have kids by this motherfucker, right? These chicks pay for fucking dick. And to be honest, there's some dudes out here fucking these chicks so well that they literally come out of dollars for this motherfucker. They buying them clothes, they buying them shoes, they buying them cars, they buying them fucking food, they doing jewelry, they doing all kinds of shit for this motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. So what I'm trying to get to you, Platinum, is that not there's degrees to shit, right? So every man, including Edward and BGS and Officer Fulton, I think will tell you that if there's a dude out there that makes a $250,000 a year, but he also got some bitches on the side that's paying him money because he like, look, bitch, my dick is worth it. A nigga can't knock that nigga. In fact, most motherfuckers want to be that nigga. Most motherfuckers want to be able to make a $250,000. I don't need that bitch, but I can get her money just because I can get her money. Ain't nobody judging him. Ain't nobody really placing no judgment at all. What we're saying, though, is this. There's a difference between that dude and a motherfucker who has had chance after chance after chance and just can't make any money on us. He need a bitch to have money. There's a difference between that. Even you got to admit that. I can't respect the motherfucker that need a bitch to have money. Even pimps don't need a bitch because a lot of them turn into preachers.
It's just like a female. It's no different than a female. It's no different than a female have to. At the end of the day, she ain't got no money unless she's slinging that pussy. I mean, dudes, it's pretty much it's easy. It's easy for women to do that. It's much easier for a woman to do that and do. My thing is though, most dudes. Here's the thing. The truth is, y'all interpret stuff that's been going on for years in the manosphere. Like and like I said before, we're talking about people that's saying people want the environment to stay as is because they benefit from that environment. Yep. So they don't mind the environment being fucked up. And it's beyond. We ain't talking about help the women. You all would prefer black men to be in a fucked up position because that individually allows you all to do what you all are trying to do. And that's where the conflict is. So it's not about this incel niggas. Y'all want to and another thing too is people always want to come in here and frame it like niggas are y'all just jealous of niggas getting pussy. So y'all to create this little movement that's about getting away from women, even though most of the people in the manosphere still fuck with black women. And even SYSBM, they'll fuck with black women, but they're talking about more marrying. So it's nobody in the manosphere is really on some no pussy can't get pussy shit.
Nope.
Now, and that's something that's strong. And to be fair, Jason Black, like I said, he threw that shit out there, and that's why he wanted to talk about Donovan Sharp with sex dolls and all of that shit. And a whole bunch of niggas, Taz included, was in that fucking chat talking about, look, these niggas, look, I heard the peta shit over there too. And it's like they sit there and project all this bullshit as if the shit we saying is bullshit, and y'all make it like we got this hidden agenda when in actuality it's really in reverse. But go ahead.
Let me give a spin. Let me give a spin.
Minutes.
Okay, let me give a spin to what Edward said.
No, let Platinum respond real quick, and then I'll let you go, Meech.
Well, first of all, let me tell you up front, and I hope he ain't listening because I actually listen to some of his stuff, but I don't like Jason Black. Now, hold up.
A lot of people don't.
Hold up. This space is a
Jason Black can be a prick.
Tommy space. The manosphere is a Tommy space. I understand that.
Nah, I don't like Tommy Sotomayor, and I've
Okay,
told
well,
people,
you're one of the few. You're one of the few.
I've told my subscribers to unsubscribe from me if they fuck with him, and they refuse to do it. But no, Tommy was one of the progenitors of this space. But the Black Manosphere, let's be absolutely clear here: the Black Manosphere is not an outgrowth of Tommy. There were other people that were here just like he was. There was people on Blog Talk before he was. Tommy just got big off doing similar shit, but Tommy like. No, that's why you don't see Tommy over here at all like that.
Okay. Well, I've seen him on a couple of channels, and I mean, like, I understand he's a YouTuber. I ain't mad at him, but I don't agree with him on a lot of. I don't agree with him on I don't agree with him on 90% of the stuff he says. Right? I don't agree with him. And I actually was on a panel, and I said, well, it's not my panel, and I don't want to disrespect the host, so I left him alone because I wanted to say something to him. But anyhow, Jason, okay, he said what he want, but I'm saying I'm more of a Tariq Nasheed fan. I'm just saying if you want to say YouTube, I sort of like listening.
I like Tariq Nasheed too.
Okay,
but even Tariq Nasheed had to. The one thing about go ahead, I'll let you finish.
No, I'm sorry. Only agree with him probably 80%, especially now when he's gotten into the black stuff and stuff like that. Probably, I'd say 75%.
Well, he's been in the black shit. I mean, he's been in black shit like 5 years now.
Tariq will take a video of a black person who's obviously wrong, put it on his channel, and then say that they were being oppressed when they've done. It's like they're doing things to cause these problems.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That a lot of people, and that's good because a lot of people wouldn't think you would have that opinion, but opinion with that. But I mean, as far as the game piece with Tariq Nasheed, I mean, even Tariq Nasheed, because he used to be on the anti-tricking shit, and he still is, but even he had to admit that what's the dude Kardashian, that he probably would have did better off tricking on Black China. Yeah, Rob would have did better tricking on. Oh, hold on, my bad. Rob would have did better tricking on
and I had a kid with that
on
bitch.
Black China than actually having a kid. Even he had to admit that. And I said, like, and my point is, you can be on some no trigger shit for the most part, but everything, there's caveats to everything. And my point is, a lot of times he speaks to this like demographic that they want to. I don't care about tricking. Like, I don't think you should trick the United States of America. The price point ain't. It's not the price of a coffee yet. If anything, sex tourism I would talk about. But like I said, you got COVID. But the thing about it is, people that critique this space, usually they don't know what they're talking about, and usually they just take how they feel about what's being said, but the values that they project on this, niggas living off of bitches shit is one of the things that powers the manosphere. Because real talk, when we keep saying that you niggas need to stop fucking these bitches that are fat and ugly and shit, and stop gassing their ass up, this is why these niggas do it. And people say we bullshit. Oh, you ain't fucking them bitches like that. Y'all lying. No, we know because we black too. We around y'all too. When I say y'all, I don't mean you. I mean the people that's doing this shit. It's not like we don't know. Anyway,
now,
go ahead.
let me say this real quick before this ends real quick, right?
Yeah.
So here's the difference. Platinum is that people gotta start discerning between motherfuckers who don't do something and motherfuckers who can't do something, right? So this is not even a bragging, humble brag / not bragging, right? I'm a motherfucker that's been able to attract bitches my whole fucking life. Even in high school, the only reason more bitches didn't fuck with me is because I was poor. And you know how that shit go around fucking school, or you fucking with the poor dude. And the bitches back then, like, bitches were at my fucking sister's high school reunion asking about me more than they asked about her. I've had bitches screaming off of fucking buses just out in public on random fucking places screaming out at me. So that just is what it is. You know what I mean? I've been a good looking motherfucker my whole life. I'm 6'2", I'm 250. I'm a muscular motherfucker. It is what it is. So I ain't gotta fucking be. Incels will agree with some of the shit I agree with. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that everybody that agrees with this is an incel, just because incels also agree with it, right? Rapists drive cars. Not everybody that drives a car is a rape. That's all I'm trying to get across to you. Not everybody that speaks a certain message is necessarily an incel or can't get pussy.
My problem with black men and incel is, I'm sorry, and maybe you're right, I'm new here. That's not allowed for black men. You don't have a right to be an incel as a black man. So now,
why not?
Yeah, why?
I'm
What
sorry.
do not have a right to be an
that term
incel?
just now. Hold up. Now it applies to white dudes because they're white dudes and they're lame. White dudes are just lame dudes. I can't. I know. You know. Who am I?
So
I'm
why?
not
Okay,
God.
my question is why?
Hold on.
Why is
Most
it
of
that black
hold on,
men?
okay, wait a minute. White dudes are lame dudes, and really, if you've ever been around a lot of white women, they're not that. You know. Okay, how about this? Cardi B. They're not Cardi B. They're not like that. They're not like promiscuous. Well, they are promiscuous, but I'm saying they're sort of boring. Hold on, wait a minute. They're sort of boring. So the dudes are lame, and shit. Dudes don't have no swag and shit. Now they created this term incel. I'm sorry, you know, just in my life, I'm a black man. And I've lived. I'm over 20. I mean, I'm over 30. I always say I'm over 30.
Right.
I'm over 30. You don't get to be an incel. Now, is that unfair? Okay, maybe you guys can correct me. I'm being unfair to black men, but you don't get to be an incel.
Yeah, because I mean,
you gotta consider the environment.
Well, another thing too is even fuck all that. You got to look at stuff from. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be academic, but it's kind of like you got to get out of your own cultural like dimensions when it comes to shit like that. It's like, oh well, from what it's like a 2D character trying to you don't get to have depth. 3D, and it's like, and so they're trying to interpret a 3D world from a 2D perspective. It's like you got to jump out of your own like view of the world. No, I'm not justifying being an incel at all, but it's like, oh well, white men can't be incels because they're already lame. Well, I mean, that's according to you. That's according to you and your cultural understanding, your cultural background. There's a lot of people that think because you a black man, you ain't shit. We call those people racist. You know, but that's within their dimensions. That shit makes perfectly sense. There's a lot of Latin chicks that will fuck with. There's a lot. I don't know if you're light skinned or dark skinned. I don't know, but there's a lot of Latin chicks that will fuck with me just off the fuck any game mouthpiece you talking about. They will fuck with me just off the string that I'm light skinned because they're on that colorist bullshit. And there's a lot of Latin chicks that won't do that because they don't give. They won't. You know, they want what they want. That doesn't matter. My point is, you got to get out of your own like dimensional thought, and that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of times when these dudes are articulating why they have a disagreement, what they have a disagreement, they're applying their own like thought processes to some general shit and how they feel about it. And I'm not calling nobody a woman, but that's a lot of times we run into issues with these women because they lie to themselves. Like to black women, the black women, they could be 180 pounds and be 5'6", and then try to tell a nigga they thick and then get mad why a nigga making $10,000 a month ain't trying to fuck with them like that. We literally have a show that has consistent callers. It's that consistent situation. And they can't think. And one of the things that show says or that host says is, are you even curious about what black men want? Are you say you want black men, but you even curious about what they want? Because it never even occurs to them. I had a chick literally argue with a dude that she could be over 35, close to 40, weighing 180 pounds, and there's going to be a black man that wants to marry her that's a high value man. So now the dude is trying to come up off of her. That's how crazy what it is. But go ahead.
Okay, I know the show host. I know he knows me. Okay, but I mean, like, that's his thing. I'm happy for the brother. But in my opinion, now hold up, I have a right to my opinion, right? In my opinion, those women don't want what he says they want. I don't care what they say they don't want those men, because if they wanted those men, they'd be dating those men. We know who black women date. They date who they want.
No, that's not true. They date who they can. Let's stop acting.
Okay.
Are you serious? Let's stop acting. Let's stop acting like black women are not at the fucking bottom of the like. If they If they dated who they want, they be dating white folk. They be dating a lot more than you.
I agree with you. They all cross over then, Ed, right? Damn near all of them be over there, right? If they could.
I mean, but it would be a lot more. So, and that's another thing too. See, what you doing is you really low key putting the pussy on the pedestal, because you have this mentality. You have this mentality that what the pussy wants is what defines you as a man. That's why you said it that way, because I know you know that.
What I'm saying is I'm looking at reality. I'm not looking at. Ed, I can talk to you right now and tell you that I'm only gonna date 10s only, And if they don't, them bitches crazy because I got my degree, I got 2 houses, I got 3 cars, I take 2 vacations, I got some land, you know, in Colombia, I got a spread there, you know, and so that's all I'm. Now I can say that all I want, Ed. That has nothing to do with who the women desire, what they want, or what they're going to do, because we're not being realistic. That's all I'm saying.
So you're literally equalizing, but the problem is you're equalizing scenarios, and that's different. The difference between a dude, so the difference between a dude like that is, number one, a dude can change his environment, which is completely changing the game board of the woman he's dealing with. So let's say we're talking to a dude like that, and he's an older dude, let's say maybe he's like 5'8", so he's not like tall, but he's not short either. Let's say he got a little bit of weight on him, but he got money, which is articulate what that is. First of all, that scenario will never come that way. It's because if that dude had land in Colombia, that nigga will be in Colombia. That nigga will find a way to make it so his economics can work in Colombia, because the women are more likely. The women in their culture are more likely to date older dudes in that situation, because the way they view masculinity is different than how women view masculinity here. Because see, a woman can't do that, because a woman can't really buy dudes like that. Because here's the truth. Even if a woman pays for a dude, you said it yourself, for about an hour. These dudes are not only going to be like you, no matter how much you give a dude is not going to just be fucking you. A dude is going to be fucking who they sexually attracted to, and they'll throw you some dick your way if they're willing to do that. That's why these women got to get dudes that are absolutely desperate, as Roger would say, compromise, because they ain't got nowhere else they can fucking go. Though they can put them out. So, and I'm not trying to say, and that's another thing. Most of these dudes are not looking for 8s, 9s, and 10s like that too. That's a misnomer. That's something that people want to say. Well, the manosphere, they just want 8s, 9s, and 10s. Like SWP used to say, Kerry Washingtons. The dudes are not necessarily out. That's the women on that, and dudes assume because the women are on that, then the dudes must be on that at the same level, because they're trying to equalize shit. Again, you basically said that these women fuck who they want to a certain extent, but I'm gonna say this: Kendra said this. A man that a woman has a baby by was the fucking best that woman could do. And the reality is, if you a nigga, a lot of these niggas that ain't shit, these women are having baby by them because that's the best of who they can do, which says everything about who they are. Go ahead.
No. If you want to, you can say that. But
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Edward, we could go to. I think Atlanta.
So you telling me if a dude, you telling me if a woman
I don't agree with
can
that.
have a baby, if a woman can have a baby by a nigga that makes 10 to 100,000, because she don't have to stay with the nigga. We just talk about the baby.
Edward, first of all, you talking to a guy. Hold up, you're talking to a guy. In my opinion, Platinum. Women don't care about money. So you're talking to a guy who believes that.
Well, that's very clear about the dude. That says everything about the women you deal with then. Women don't care about money. Because women that don't care about money, black women, because it's only black women talk that bullshit. Like, so I already know that's what you're talking about.
I agree. But I'm saying they don't care about money. They care about the guy. They care about the guy.
Because you talking about bitches that don't have shit and ain't shit.
Explain Kevin Samuels' page then.
Look,
explain Kevin Samuels' channel.
They were blessed with.
Look.
Hold on, man. Fuck that. You talking about these crazy, stupid bitches that were blessed with a pussy and fat ass, and I understand that because in Memphis you got bitches that'll be 6'5".
Now I'm the mayor of Memphis now.
That nigga said he the mayor, nigga.
Can you moderate it?
We've been talking about Memphis way before you ever showed up in the manosphere. Like I can show you shit like 3-4 years ago of Jason Black himself talk about Memphis the bastard baby capital world. But this is you're kind of showing us why that is. Of course they don't, because what chick that's a baby mama number 4 or 5, which is something that can happen in Memphis a lot, will give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about money because they don't know nothing else.
Wait a minute, isn't Memphis where they had 3 or 4 dudes that fathered 74 kids?
By 16 bitches. Of course they don't give a fuck about me. And let me be that's not true. That's not true for every black woman like in New York and other places. So I'm not tagging all black women in that. But you got to understand that when you're dealing with a black woman that they don't care about money, they have zero self-worth. Now,
but here's the thing, Edward. Though here's the thing, Edward. You can't find any group of white women where 3 dudes has 74 children amongst a group of them.
Yeah,
And
you can't find any other race of women where that nigga 3 dudes, 74 kids amongst 16 women.
And not to beat up on Memphis, because you know what, in New York, it ain't with the 3 dudes, but in New York, I know plenty of people that's got like 13, 14 siblings too. So
absolutely.
That shit is rampant, especially in the 80s and 90s. That shit in the 80s, especially the 80s, that shit was rampant in the 80s and 70s in New York. So I want to be fair and not act like I'm just making like Memphis is the only place this shit happens.
Let me remind you, I'm not passing judgment. I just want to give you the numbers. I'm not trying to pass judgment. I've learned. Look, nigga, I'm 42 years old, bro. I've learned in life. It's some shit you just can't judge people, or you can judge them on, but it's not the most productive means. I only want to give you the numbers.
And I'm just trying to break down like the mentality of it. It's this, you know, like what? Because at the end of the day, if a woman, if she has so little, it's the difference between a woman that's got money and she don't care about it. That's a different thing. Like women. Let's say a woman's making money for herself, but that's not who you were talking about. You were talking about females that they ain't got shit, they ain't about shit, and they don't care about money because that's just not in their mindset. Those are worthless bitches. To be honest with you, Darwinism wouldn't give a fuck about them bitches unless they had a pussy. The only value they have a pussy. My thing about dudes is dudes got to stop overinflating the value of that. Like, just because you fucking a bitch like that means your manhood is something. We
got another brother on the panel that didn't get.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
It starts going, bro. It's a train.
Yeah, I've been about to wind this up, but I want to and I'll let Platinum get a lot of his stuff out because I do want him to get his.
You let me get a lot out. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Well, I mean, I know you've been waiting. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, y'all go ahead and then So Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Seattle.
Okay. Well, you said earlier about the environment thing, bro. I was born in Cleveland, but I lived in the South. Then I moved to Seattle for college and stuff. And what you said about black men not being incels, bro, I'm gonna tell you this one. In Seattle, you've got all these tech dudes that's into geek culture. They came up coding in their bedrooms. They go to the University of Washington. They end up working at Microsoft or Amazon. And not only do they not have social skills with women, they don't even have it with other men. And it's not even a race thing. Once you get up there, when it comes to incels, black, white, it doesn't matter.
You don't have a right. Black men don't have the right to be an incel.
Well, here's the thing with what he's saying.
I'm gonna let bro.
It's because of the field that they're in is the reason why you're gonna see so many people.
I'm gonna let you finish, and I want Roger, and then I want him to explain that shit.
Yeah, I just want to say this: whether or not a man has a right to be an incel, that's a whole thing I don't even want to talk about. But I will say his environment it depends on the environment of the dude. Like I was saying in Seattle, bro, a lot of those guys out there coming straight out of college, they'll be making 6 figures platinum. And they don't even know how to hold a conversation with a stranger. And it's not even black, white, Asian. You've got dudes out there that's like, and I've heard it because when I would go out there, I've been either approached by women, or when I would approach, they would tell me like, wow, I've had women in Seattle legit tell me, all races, I've never been approached by a man before. I'm talking like 30-year-old, 25, like women well over 20 telling me this. So again, if you're talking from an environment perspective, if you're down in Tennessee, bro, and you're saying, black men or white men may be lame, is way different up in Washington or in a different area in the U.S. or even
I want to add on to what he said. You know where you can see that a little bit more too often. He's talking about environment. You know, you can see as well. I did 9 years in the Marines. You can see that in the military. If you want to find black men, how often do you see black men walking around in cargo shorts with a tucked in polo, long white socks, and fucking New Balance shoes, right? You see it in the military, though. You see it in the military. So it's all about environment. Do you get what I mean? That's why I was trying to get across to you there, Platinum. Everything has nuances. You get what I mean? Everything has nuances. So black men, when you're seeing that, when you're saying black men ain't got the right to be incels, you can't just base it solely upon Memphis, because believe it or not, there are commonalities, but Memphis has a different environment than fucking New York and Los Angeles and Houston. Do you get what I mean? Like shit is different.
Very
Let me tell you. There's a cat. There's a show I follow. It's pretty funny. Y'all might want to subscribe to it, called "Did You Miss Me" podcast, and it's with comedians. And it's a dude that grew up in Houston, and we all know Houston got a lot of ratchets. But when he was talking about after Katrina and all these fucking New Orleans dudes flooded into Texas, he said he saw shit he ain't never seen in his life. This nigga from New Orleans, this nigga knocked out a horse. He never seen that before. So even though there are things that we have commonalities, but there's still nuances. Shit is different from place to place. Do you get what I mean?
I
So
got
not everybody, not every
black men,
as far as you saying white
black
men
men.
being
Well, I
strong.
do want to get Roger on this, and then we'll
Oh
circle
yeah,
back
go
to
ahead. Go
Platinum,
ahead.
Yeah, I'll just
and
say
then
this. I'll just say
we're
this
gonna
last.
wind it down at that point.
Yeah, I'll just say this last
Because
part.
y'all shout out to Art of Inkmore. That's what BGS went. If y'all want to go follow that, you got DJ Kuda. So Platinum can say, he did battle with the lame ass niggas and
I don't
survive.
actually. I never say
Whatever.
that. Actually,
Hey,
if you know me or you know my channel, I don't do content like that.
hey man, y'all take it easy. I'm gonna roll on out shit because I got a little drink in me now. I want to talk some shit. But thanks for the damn
All
hang
right,
out there, Edward.
BGS. I
Y'all take
don't
it
think
easy.
I've ever met you before, but nice
No,
meeting you, bro.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure you'll hear from me from now on.
Beach is a staple of BGS. Like he the 8-hour days.
Oh,
8-hour
absolutely. Yeah,
Illuminati.
absolutely. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right,
All right.
man.
You too.
All right,
All
and Roger. I hate to say first and last, but
Nah, it's all good, player. It's all good. I'm gonna say this. Because men talk about this stuff, and a lot of time they honestly niggas just be out here trying to measure their dick, and that's what it come down to. It at the end of the day, especially in the black community, you're gonna find a lot of women that just refuse to do what's smart for themselves. Okay, two people can't be right at the same time. I get what Platinum is saying about how you gonna approach women. He playing off her ego. I get what the other brother was saying, that you don't need to ask for money. But what he was saying was you still playing off her ego. Most women can be gotten by playing them against their own egos. Point blank, period. It's not a lot of women you can't do that with in our community, because a lot of black women got low self-esteem. That's just a reality. That's why you have people like the ones in Memphis who had all them kids. And there's other people that do it in the same place. Because when I started checking into like single mothers doing this type of stuff, that story including a few other stories. I saw 11 men that had 238 kids by 146 women. This stuff is done. So you know what I'm saying? People are trying to measure their dick by a bunch of stupid women. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Sure, it can be done. A lot of women gonna choose to be stupid. They ain't this stupid because it ain't a choice. Ain't nobody born this stupid. They doing this stuff because it's what they want to do. A lot of women got low self-esteem issues, but they still feel that they're superior to black men. Therefore, they're going to pick a dude that fits what they see is right. And they feel that someone who is inferior to them, usually going to be a compromised man, is the right dude for them to work with. If black women really wanted better, the complaints they have, what are they complaining about that they ain't creating in their own lives? They talking about niggas that won't take care of them, yet they giving pussy to niggas that won't take care of. They talking about niggas that won't take care of kids, yet they give pussy to niggas that won't take care of the kids. Yeah. Niggas have a track record of not taking care of kids. She's still gonna give them pussy and give it to them raw. So yeah, these bras are stupid like that because it's a choice. It's not like they gotta be this stupid. They could be much better off. They just don't choose to be better off. Well, and being an incel in the black community ain't that many incels in the first place, because incel means involuntarily celibate. That's what an incel is, involuntarily celibate. Not trying, not an incel.
Black men do not have a right. I'm not talking about white men. I'm talking about black.
But I'm saying in the black community.
They do not have a right.
I hear I hear you, Roger. I want to hear this. I want to hear him explain that, because that's a statement I want to understand, because what that speaks to is this black people overvalue social value. They really do. But go ahead.
Black men
I'm gonna do a video on that.
They don't have a right to be an incel, because to be an incel means A, they don't want to help the black community become better.
Here we go.
They don't want to become a father if they're a man, which would help the black community get better. They don't want to even heal themselves. A child heals the man. It heals the woman. It causes a man who's in the streets, Edward, to leave the streets.
Go ahead.
Black men, hold up,
nigga. My own father would laugh at that shit. But go ahead.
Okay, hold up. So you don't agree, but I'm telling you, black men don't have a right to be an incel, because it's cowardly. It's an admission of failure, and we black men, in the black community, we don't have that right. We have to accept that it's unfair. The odds are stacked against. It's almost like war. It's almost like Sparta. We've had conversations about Sparta. It's like the 300 said, well, it's only 300 of us. They said, well, no, we have to fight for Sparta. Black men have got to man up, become masculine, and go out there and become men. They have to be men. And they don't have a right to be an incel. To be an incel, sit around and play video games, to run around and hide behind feminism, divorce rates, that's cowardly.
What you're saying,
Roger. I got a question for you, Platinum. So, do black men have a right to be broke?
No.
Okay, no. So it's a hell of a lot more black men that are broke than necessarily black men that are quote unquote incels. Hell of a lot more.
Okay, and those men can we admit that those men have failed?
Well, shit, that's what I've been talking about. Niggas that are living up under bitches for money have failed. But you sitting there telling me that's
I didn't say that.
Game.
No, hold up. Now, hold up. Now, wait a minute. If there's a lot of broke black men who provide a service for women who can't find men, and they're that's not scenario I would want, but I would promote that as opposed to, like I saw in San Diego, like what goes on in Atlanta, a tent city of broke black men sleeping in tents and piss and being homeless and being fed instead of being men.
Well, number one, understand something, that those black men that are homeless don't have any genetic value as far as black women are concerned. Otherwise, they be doing the same thing these other niggas are doing. But another thing, too, is this idea, like you're associating, and it's interesting because Jason Black actually puts out a lot of these views that you're talking. In fact, you're really talking about a lot of shit that actually heard him talk about. He always tries to distill it down to a man is not being a man, but that shit. But he will also add that a man is really, you got to be a man of means as well. My point is that the reality of the situation is niggas that have the mentality that you talking about don't give a fuck about the community either. In fact, they need the community to remain the same for them to be able to do what they do. So this idea of being an incel, this is like people just having an emotional reaction or something, and then they're just throwing a whole bunch of shit in there that makes sense to say. Like, as far as, like, for instance, 51% of black men don't have kids. Like 53% of black men don't have kids. Yet
and that's black not men good for us.
Yet black men are more married than black women. So the reality is that it's this low vibrational need to reproduct that's really reduced black people to animals in how they think. Hold on, and I'll prove it. I will prove it. So I will prove it. Hold on, time out. I will prove it with this question. This is not a gotcha question. Do you believe, Platinum, that it is better to make a woman a single mother and not take care of the kid? Or do you believe it is better for a black man to never have kids at all?
I think it's never. He should not have them at all.
Okay. I'll give you that.
The father.
So hold on.
The
So 51%. So you just said it's not good that 53% of black men don't have children, because there's 15% of black men that are basically having is. So the way it works is 53 don't have kids. 33% are married, so that means the vast majority of them do, at a 90 percentile, do have kids, and then there's 15% of niggas that are basically having kids with bitches that they're really never really taking care of them, or they might as well not even be there. That's so the 50, even though 51%, because those niggas could always have kids, the 51%. But a lot of these dudes are who's having the majority of children is really creating a majority of this ratchet bullshit that we have now. Go ahead.
We need black fathers. We need black families. Black men. No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna make me a stream about this, Ed. I don't know if I'm gonna use color though. I don't know if I'm gonna say men, but I don't think men. I'm gonna just say this right now. I don't think men, specifically for me, black men, they don't have a right to be an incel, because an incel is a cop out. An incel is a man who chooses to
no platinum
no.
An incel
you don't have a right. Hold up. You do not have a right to be an incel. And I know exactly what it means. It's involuntary. You don't have a right.
There's no choice in it.
You don't have a right.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that.
Hold on. And what you're essentially saying is, as a man, you don't have a right to opt out of fucking with women. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Because that's really, and here's the funny thing about that though. That's defined, that to you. So that means you can't even quantify what manhood is outside of a bitch though, which pretty much proves my point. Because this, and see, this is why when niggas always say, hold on. This is why when niggas, this is why niggas, I'm not talking about you, but niggas are full of shit when they try to bring up Gandhi, or they try to bring up these dudes that, they talk about manhood is about more than money. These manhood is about more than money, but they'll try to bring up dudes that didn't have it. But see, when it comes to, so they quantify manhood, money matters a lot less to men, black men with manhood, than it does what a bitch thinks.
Okay, hold up. Did Malcolm X, not Malcolm, did Martin Luther King, did he have kids?
Yeah, Martin Luther King had kids.
Was he known for having, no, it's alleged that he had sex outside.
Well, that's what white people put out. So even that is
we don't know if that's true.
But my point is, so the fact that you even brought that up is like a virtue
appetite.
Kind of.
Hold up, he had a high sexual appetite. Now hold up. What I'm trying to say,
you probably respect him more for that perceived high sexual appetite than you did what he actually did.
No, you twist. No, you're looking at. You're putting.
Well, I mean, you brought that up though. Well, he had a high sexual appetite. It's not even proven, but that's a you see that as a virtue. That's my problem. We got a community basically built around niggas that actually.
No, we don't.
No, we got a community built around. Hold on, we got. Oh no, I'm gonna let you disagree because I think I know where you're going with this. We got a community built around basically niggas that worship pussy more than they care about pussy more than care about building.
Okay, this is where you get it mixed up. You keep talking about pussy. Nobody cares about pussy. Pussy is not even a goal.
Well, the only thing that makes an incel is not pursuing pussy.
No. Wait a minute. The incel, the black men don't have a right to be an incel because we need black families. We don't need black men to go and fuck, bust nuts, leave the woman, abandon the woman, bust up. No. The whole incel is the I'm a cop out. I'm a lie.
No, that's not an incel. An incel means you can't get pussy. That's what the words.
He's got to keep trying. He don't have a right to quit. You got to keep trying.
So you trying to have it both ways though. Like the thing about number one, you trying to first of all, even with MGTOW, that's like you're not that much different than somebody saying you got to quit. You got to keep trying to marry a bitch. The reality is this shit is not a good deal. And it was not a good, but that's just one step above that. But you talk about trying to do. So what is the point of dealing with it? First of all, you saying create family, so I assume you defining that as getting married. But even if you're not, then you're defining that as having a child. So the point is, you're basically saying that if a black man does not have a child, then basically that nigga is worthless to the community.
Well, actually, what I'm saying is that at some point, he needs to go ahead and be a man. That's a part of being a man.
So hold on. So having a kid is so hold on. Time out. So you're saying, hold on. So you're saying that if you don't have a child, you're not a man.
Listen to
That's
me,
what he's
Edward.
saying. That's what.
Hold
At
on.
some
Okay, I'll let
point,
you finish.
and in the evolution, as we're men, as we evolve, and see, this is what I'm saying. There's, it's feelings out here. Guys are getting triggered, and getting, it's like that's a part of being a man.
What is a part of being a man? Specific.
Having children, not fucking. You can fuck all day. That's got nothing to do with nothing. That's fucking.
I just asked you.
We're talking
would
about.
you rather not have a child, or would you rather have kids and don't take care of it? And you said not have a child.
Yeah, if you ain't gonna take care of it.
Because there's a whole bunch of niggas doing that.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about men who are having children with the intention to raise the child correctly, but that rearing of the child is going to adjust the man. It's not just him raising a child. As he evolves, the child needs to be taken care of. The responsibility of raising a boy into a man is going to change him. And unfortunately, like you said, 51% of black men don't have kids. And you say, well, the black bitch is fucked up. Okay, I get out of that. But what I'm saying is that is causing a lot of problems with the man because he's not being able to
so
evolve.
Hold on, I got him what he said. So you're literally saying that black men are being stunted in their evolutionary growth or maturity, their lifetime maturity because they don't have a child. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Now BGS has actually said some shit similar, and you all know that I don't agree with that shit at all. Here's the truth. The truth is that one of the things that will fucking hem you up more in life is having a child by a bitch that is not cooperative. There's nothing more destructive to your quality of life than doing that. And so the difference between dudes that don't have kids is dudes can always have a kid, but men can have kids. I don't recommend this, but men can have a kid past 40. So you literally comparing a male to like a female in the sense that like we got like some kind of biological clock. Also, when you look at the niggas that ain't shit, most of the niggas that ain't shit got kids. Like if you compare niggas that ain't shit compared to niggas that there are way more productive black men that don't have kids than there are black men that are productive that do have kids.
You make a lot of solid points, but you make way too many to respond to. Like, look, I am making a statement, and I know I'm going to get fucking thrown in the trash and attacked and savage. But yeah, I'm making a statement. I'm thinking that what the problem is not so much niggas need to fuck with these bitches because they want some pussy. I agree, they don't. But the ring of a young boy or a girl, it changes the man. And a lot of these dudes, a lot of problems, anxieties, and frustrations, that shit would go away because they'd be more concerned with rearing their kids.
Okay, so explain.
Can I get in, please, brother?
Yeah, go ahead, Roger. My bad.
Golly.
I know, Roger. My bad.
It's your show, so I mean, hey,
no, but you're right. You've been waiting a minute. I mean, I've been kind of in ended mode, but shit. This shit you need to explore. But go ahead. This sounds like a Roger show. This bullshit. This having kids make you a better man. That shit.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you can look at society and already come to already know. Society has already proven that's a false statement. He can believe that, but society has already proven something different. Now, will a man go through certain changes because he has a child? Sure, most men will go through certain changes because they have a child. I'm not going to take away from that particular point, but you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, first of all, people need to look at involuntary celibate for what it actually is. It's a man that cannot get pussy.
That's not some man to quit.
No, bro. I'm saying it's a man that can get pussy.
I don't want to hold up. They always attack me on talking about I'm dumb. It's abrogated. It's abrogated his responsibility. So
okay, bro. All I'm saying is the word involuntary means.
Well, I mean, the reality is that's what the word. Motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit if motherfuckers have opted out. So, but
this is my point. This is my point.
Abrogated. That's it. Abrogated. Abrogated.
But what I'm saying is you can't put incel on a tag for a man that don't even choose to do it. That's what I'm saying. An involuntary celibate person is a person who literally cannot get pussy. He wants to be sexually active, but he cannot be sexually active. That is not a person making a choice.
He wants to be sexually active with a 10.
Bro, do you know what the word involuntary
with the
means,
what?
right?
What did you say?
He wants a number that's above his pay grade. He wants a 10.
That's actually not what that. That's actually not what that means.
No.
Like that
That's
means
something you putting on it.
But
the
yeah,
word
but it is
means,
what it is.
And
like,
the word involuntary means something you cannot do. And all I'm saying is we on a public platform. We know how to speak English. We know what the word involuntary means.
I know, but
we should know.
Look, bro. If you want to give black men breaks and you know.
Bro, you don't even know where I'm coming from yet because y'all ain't gonna let me say nothing.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry,
You don't even know where I'm coming from yet, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, before you're ready to attack, let me say something first. Okay. Now at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a bad thing for a man to be a father. Every man has to make that choice for himself. A man that chooses to be a good father is a good thing, period. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a man still got to have standards as far as who he's willing to be a father with. A man is not gonna just decide to have a baby with any old body at the end of the day. You gotta like the woman first and say, I'm comfortable having a baby with her if you're using your intelligence. A man is supposed to be able to make his own decision. It's up to him to decide whether he has a child or not. Because if you have a child in a society that you don't like as a whole, you're perpetuating something you don't like. Unintelligent. Or if you're having a child with something you do like, if you're having a child in the community that you feel is comfortable, that means you're perpetuating something you do like. So at the end of the day, the man makes a decision about what he thinks about a situation.
Right, you got to echo.
Okay, it's not up to
Go ahead, bro.
It's not up to other people.
I thought Roger.
Yes,
please.
sir.
Yeah, I
don't give me this.
And I'm gonna let
I heard it in the background. I'm just simply saying, please don't do that. Don't say, well, he's involuntary celibate, and then start saying the women are no good. It's not a woman.
That's not what I did.
No,
bro.
Just accept that he's failed.
Platinum. That's not what I'm
black
saying.
Men don't have a right to fail. Look at how we're always talking about black men.
Hold on.
You see, this is that. Okay, go ahead. That's how. I mean, I understand. We all heard what you said, but you gonna hear it the way you gonna hear it.
Platinum. I'm saying two separate things. They ain't got nothing to do with each other. Okay, an involuntary celibate person ain't got nothing to do with nothing else I was talking about. I simply defined what it was because people use it the wrong way, and we're supposed to be intelligent people. Involuntary means something you cannot do. Point blank, period. That's just what the word means.
And I just want to say this, because I'm about to head off of it. I just want to say this. I'm going to piggyback off of that. What I said when I first got on, involuntarily, when I would meet guys that identify, I've actually met these geeky, nerdy dudes that actually identify as incels up in Seattle when I went to UW, bro. These guys are dudes that legitimately, most of them are overweight. Most of them play games all day, and they can't even look me. Like, when I would go up to them and when I tried to recruit these dudes, I wanted to start a gaming club on campus. They didn't even want to look me in the eye just because I was I don't know if it's because I was taller than them, but these guys are so socially awkward, they can't even look another dude in the eye, Platinum. And what I'm trying to say is, involuntarily means that not necessarily, it doesn't have anything to have to do with whether or not, he wants to have a kid or not. These dudes that identify as incels don't even have the basic social skills to even be a normal human being, let alone get a chick in bed, bro. So the involuntarily part means that they legit lack access to women, period. That's what we're trying to say. So when you say black men can't be incels,
no, they can't.
It's silly to me because it's bigger than black. That's not even a black thing. We're in 2020.
Well, I know that. I can't.
That's like saying a black man can't get sick. But I mean, whatever. I mean, hold on. You guys
You guys got standards, right?
What Seattle is really saying. what Seattle is really saying is you all ain't, most of black men that talk that shit ain't never met no real incel. That's really what Seattle's low key saying.
Exactly that's what I'm
But
trying
go
to say,
ahead,
bro.
Platinum.
Ed, you and BGS basically were telling me about standards. You got to have standards as a man. Did you not? You can't be fucking a fat bitch.
Well,
for
shit.
a
As
bag.
far as I'm concerned, I should say black women shouldn't be over 200 pounds.
Okay, but Ed, you and BGS said, based on that panel, the bitch was a lawyer. It's all hypothetical, so it wasn't real. And, you know, she was a lawyer, but still, the homosexual, you can't fuck on a bitch for a bag because that's not having standards. That's not, you know, we're not criticizing guys who do it, but we don't want black men to do that.
I mean, me personally, I would rather respect a black man that's a virgin, is productive, and waiting to get married than I would a nigga trying to fuck on a bitch for a bag. If you want to know my personal opinion, I respect the dude as a 27-year-old virgin that I can do business with, not no incel, but then a nigga that's fucking on a bitch for a bag. Like, cause niggas do that for life. That's me personally. But see, but a lot of this has to do with what motherfuckers value. And I'm glad we had this conversation because this stuff really articulates what that is. It's not about is it right or is it wrong, but people will come in the manosphere and project what they project because of the value system they have. It's kind of like if you're a Christian, but you're trying to judge Islam and vice versa. It's really that, and people act like even Obsidian brings it up. People got different values in the black community. And a lot of this stuff is class based too. And so dude, like it's you at the end of the day, you have this a lot of Hotep dudes or pro-black dudes have this kind of genetic annihilating fear. But it's like they don't have it enough to where they look at everything and say, how does everything fit together? They want to just say, well, niggas just need to try harder. And at the end of the day, I mean, people can say that, people can have that opinion. But even if a dude decides to go MGTOW, which is really what you're describing, even if a dude decides to go MGTOW and opt out of fucking with women outside of his own terms, at the end of the day, it ain't nothing black people gonna do about it except bitch, cry, call him gay, lame, the shit. Just like right now, if I decide not to vote for Joe Biden, black people can say what the fuck they want to say about, oh, I'm a coon, I'm this, I'm that, fuck me, family call me. Guess what the fuck? They not gonna do shit. And I'll tell you, just like I tell my family when they do that shit, I'm like, at the end of the day, I live in North Carolina. That shit going red anyway. So why the fuck you and your feelings? I'm not talking about you and your feelings. I'm talking about dudes that do that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. What I would challenge you to do is I would challenge you to go look at that video with Jason Black, The Business, where he was talking to 49 minutes. We'll talk about Red Pill. Don't even listen to what he has to say. Do it if you want, but look at the chat. And the chat was a whole bunch of they gay, they lame, they this, this. I'm like, Jason Black will sit there and say that's intelligent black society. But so you don't have to understand it. But I will say this: Seattle's right. Y'all ain't met no incels. Most of y'all have not met a dude that actually qualifies like that.
Well, you've met a real incel before, especially if you want to talk about 23 and undercats, bro. You got these dudes that spend more time looking at their screens and on Instagram than they
Platinum.
do
You would think you would, and I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this. It's not mean. I think you agree with this. If you actually met a real incel, do you know what you would think? Platinum.
What would I think?
You would think he's either retarded or he would think he's autistic. That's the first thing. And that would not be like a fucked up observation.
No, you know what though?
But that's what you would think, and that's what like most people would think.
And with the way you hold up, the way you handle that though, there's a process for that. If he is,
you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Hold up. Let's say he's incel, autistic, socially awkward. Just say he's one of the three. I don't care. The way you handle that, and unfortunately, a lot of these men, maybe they don't have fathers, maybe they don't have extended family. That's unfortunate. But the way you handle that
ain't had nothing to do with having a father.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. You take those men to prostitutes. You introduce
this is little boozy, but go ahead.
I'm not talking about his children. He's talking about kids. He's talking about kids. Oh, he's talking about kids. You take those men and let those men experience that. Now, the reason I say that, I wouldn't recommend that for any man, but for those men, because they're deprived. and they're not being able to move past that point. There's a point where they need to become sexually active or experience, where once they have that experience, they know what it is, and then they can proceed with their lives. But they cannot stand there and play video games and slob, and and then they wind up coming here and I'm red pill.
But
king.
that's not what they do. That's what you keep coming to. Hold on. That's what you keep coming to fuck back to. Let's cut off all this YouTube shit. You make it sound like if fucking the red pill didn't exist, the fucking black community would be a better fucking community. Like, that's the way you make it sound. This is This is a statistically insignificant part of black society. It's a whole bunch of niggas basically impregnating. Go ahead, Roger.
No, this is what I'm saying. People,
you really trying to act like this is the fucking problem? Oh, the problem is this incel red pill. I've just figured it out. No, nigga. It's the niggas living up under bitches are the much bigger part of the society than what you talking about. But go ahead, Roger, because I'm about to end this. Like, a shout out to shit. If you want to get on Art of Igmore shit and continue this, that'd be probably very interesting.
Well, let me say this real quick, because I get what Platinum.
Yeah, that's what BGS is now.
I'm gonna agree one thing.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat. Go ahead.
I heard a name, but I didn't know where his channel was. I'm new here, so
go ahead, Roger.
Well, see, failing, you know what I'm saying? That's no big deal. You should be able to get past that and try again. All I'm saying is when people start saying this stuff like involuntary celibate or calling people incel, first of all, be accurate what you're talking about. A man not trying is not an incel. That's just a dude that didn't try. Just like the guy was explaining about those certain guys in Seattle, those are men not trying. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely hard in the black community to actually be an incel, because we got so many women that go into this whole culture. They're gonna give away some pussy. That's, you know what I'm saying. The one thing you can't stop in the black community is these hoes jumping on dicks. That's gonna happen. So all you really got to do is try. But that has nothing to do with incels or people that's coming to the manosphere and all that type of stuff. I would estimate in the black community, you can't have no more than maybe 0.05% of black men that's actually incels. I know about dudes who had no legs, had trouble breathing, needed assistance and all kind of stuff, and they was hitting their own nurse. So you know what I'm saying? It's hard to be an incel in the black community. But I will say
another thing too. A big reason why most people don't have kids is because of child support.
Well, and let me say this too, because Platinum, I will say this. Platinum, you are putting pussy on the pedestal, because this is what I'm saying, Platinum. I'm just being real with you, brother. If you're saying that man has to have a kid to achieve manhood, you are putting pussy on the platinum, because manhood has to go through a woman. By that requirement.
Whether you like it or not, bro, part of being a man is evolving. A man is not meant to
talking about evolving, bro.
Okay,
having kids is evolution.
Listen to me, bro. You might not be able to have kids, so I'm not going to just say. Look, I said a kid helps a man evolve.
I didn't disagree with that, though.
Okay, now you agree. Okay, we agree there. Hold up. But some men can't have them. Okay, so they accept that. I'm not going to say because he's born a certain way or whatever, and he can't have it, he's not a man. I'm not going to say that. But I'm saying that men need to be men. Part of being a man. Now, I'm not saying he got to fuck with a maggle or a weak bitch that's going to fuck. Who's saying that? But part of being a man is eventually, you got at some point as a man, mate. You cannot say I'm never going to mate and you're 21 years old.
People actually can't make that
choice. Marcus A. Brown had a vasectomy and had a vasectomy at like 22.
Okay, what did I just say?
I will email you that link, and I will email you that link.
I just said we're not gonna say you have to. I'm just because the woman can have a kid. You know what I'm saying? I know you got to.
That was a choice that he made. He was a perfectly healthy dude.
You could be 32. You could be a 32-year-old dude in Seattle who's socially awkward. You're 32 now, which means that you've been around, you went to college, you got a job, you're around people. you can say because of your limited experience with women, but you're high income, you can deal with a woman that has children. And I'm not saying why is always the worst example? No, I'm not saying go to the fucking ghetto and find a wife.
Well, that's not what we're talking about.
But that's not what I'm saying at all.
We're focused on even the pursuit. But go ahead, Roger, and then Platinum, and then that's it. Because I am trying to get
all
off
I'm
this.
saying is this.
We about to hit
all
4
I'm saying
hours.
is this. I don't have no problem with no man growing or anything like that. I don't disagree with that type of stuff. But when you say a man has to have a child, that means you just put manhood where it has to go through a woman.
I just told you I retract that because some men can't have them.
Okay, but I mean, even if a man could have them and chose not to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I disagree with that.
Manhood would never go through a woman.
I disagree with that. We just have to disagree.
Oh no, we can disagree, but I'm gonna say manhood is never gonna go through a woman.
Well, part of being a man, first of all, man can't have a child, but part of being a man is winning a mate. You can say what you want. See, you guys don't want to deal with reality, but I see what you're saying. That's actually part of being a man. That's what you believe. That's fine. Winning the heart. That's only one aspect of being a man. You got to be responsible. You got to be loyal. You got to be trustworthy. That's only one part of it. But you guys rested all on the bitch. That's you guys.
No, what I'm saying to you, Platinum, is manhood has nothing to do with what you're doing with the woman. Part of being a man is treating a. I'm saying what my belief is, brother. I'm not saying it's yours. I'm saying when everything that I got trained with about manhood, when it came to women, it was just about how you treat women. You're not supposed to, treat them like dogs and just absolute dirt or whatever the case is. Now, if she a hoe, then that's on her. You know what I'm saying? You treat hoes like hoes. You treat women like women. But there was nothing involving a women that required manhood was about your character and your accomplishments. That's all I'm saying to you, brother.
Do you disagree that being a man, there's certain aspects of being a man? Mating is only one aspect of it. Now, hold up. We consistently keep talking about the dude out there.
Yeah, I mean, sure. So
doesn't have a job, ain't looking for a job, living with somebody, sleeping in the garage, sleeping in his uncle's garage because his uncle don't trust him. He can't even come in the house. He's sleeping in the garage, and he's out there in the mall, hanging, trying to find somebody because he wants access to a car and access to her whatever her resources are. Yeah, we're not talking about guys like that. That's not a man.
Well, I'm not saying that either. What I'm saying is there is no man that has to go through a woman to achieve manhood. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I disagree with you, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's okay. All right, look, I'm done. Because I mean, you guys if you want to be a complete man, that's a part of it. I'm not saying it's got to rest on the bitch, but you got to. Okay, would you say that a man who's that you can't trust is a man?
No, I'm not saying a man.
Okay,
you can't trust
would you say a man who's irresponsible, i.e., he doesn't take care of his kids, is a man?
No, that's not part of being a.
No, I'm just saying he don't take care of them. He like fuck them, spend his money on whatever he want to, but fuck the kids.
No, I'm not saying anything like that, brother. All I'm saying is the path to manhood does not include a woman. That's all I'm saying to you, bro.
We just have to disagree because that's a process. I didn't say when it had to start. Ed said you can do it at 40. I'm just saying when you turn 20, you're on the path to being a man. It might take time, but at some point during that period of time, you might die at 70. At some point between 20 and 70, what are you going to do as a man? Just sit around and play basketball? You're going to evolve. There's certain things you're going to want to achieve. If you can't build in a family, having a heir, that's a part of being a man.
I mean, I understand if you believe that.
All right. So we're going to get final thoughts. So Roger, you do your final thoughts. Then Platinum, because we've been ending this shit for like.
Okay. Well, appreciate
that's my
come
fault.
up.
I'm bad. I got a bad habit of doing that. Hey, by the way, Art of Ehbm is the link that I put it. B says, like it or not, saying what a lot of people in most cultures believe. Yeah, I'm sure you would agree with that. I mean, at the end, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, Art of Ehbm.
Well, all I'm saying is this. there's different societies have different ways of achieving manhood, and a lot of societies have ways where you become a man, and it has nothing to do with having kids.
Yeah, right.
That's all I'm saying. Even Jesus himself, for those who believe in him, Jesus didn't have any kids. Okay.
And by the way, my bad, but by the way, most cultures won't let you have kids until you become a man. But go
okay,
ahead.
yeah. Edward, let me just say
No, my bad. I want Roger to have his final word. Cut it out.
Okay, all right, bro. I'm
so yeah,
right.
And then you'll have your final word.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that what everything Platinum is saying is just a bunch of nonsense. All I'm saying is you don't achieve manhood by going through a woman. And if you say that you have to go through a woman to achieve manhood, I kind of have to look at you as you putting pussy on the pedestal, even if you're not trying to. It seemed that way to me, you know. And what I was saying earlier about women want what they want, and most of that does not include the actual man. Women want a certain dick from a certain guy. Yes, they want money from a guy. Yes, they want certain companionship from certain guys. But if you pay real close attention to women, most women ain't really into the guy. Period. She's into what that guy can do for her. That's the way our culture is. We have a self-orientated culture. People are into what you can do for them. And a lot of people never grow past that point and start actually liking the other person or loving the other person for themselves. Most of us don't mature that much, unfortunately. And it's by choice, because we could. It's just a lot of us don't choose to get past just what the other person can do for them. And I'll leave it at that. So you can go. I ain't gonna hold you up.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I don't do a lot of streams, so I gotta organize it. And then so Platinum left. Platinum said, "Fuck it." I mean, hey, it's where were you at, Xanatos? Xanatos would have been like the anti-platinum. One reason why I'm like in the black sector is because I preach against being a cleanup man and wife in the hood. But yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, that's true. I mean, my thing is, here's the thing: you can do those things, but you got to do those things on your terms, and a lot. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, with that being said, man, I appreciate all y'all super chats. I know Super Triz did a super chat talking about there's no such thing as incel. I see we're at 118. You have the link below. I mean, you all know who DJ Kuda is. Most of y'all know who Artie Egmore is. They actually are doing something with Cardi B right now. Kuda's doing Kuda shit. So anyway, with that being said, I think this was a very productive stream. So with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace. In this bullshit.